time. They know exactly what time they're going to play football. And again, Tuskegee has kind of owned this relationship here a little bit, so Alabama State is ready to get that center today.
Well, let's take some time now to talk about some of the players you may want to keep an eye on, and we will start with the visitors from Tuskegee. First off, it's Zena Malva. He's a freshman running back, actually a freshman walk-on running back, and he's done a tremendous job for them.
Man, how tough do you have to be a freshman, walk on in here, prove yourself, work your way into the starting position, 86 carries, 433 yards, 5 touchdowns, averages 5 yards a carry. This is a tough young man and tough to bring down.
It will be interesting to see the job they can do to slow down the running attack. But on the other side, for Alabama State, their defense is ranked second in the SWAC, due in no small part to Colton Bubba Adams. This guy has been phenomenal. He's done everything you can imagine this year for this team, and he has 109 tackles on the season.
Yeah, that's getting it done, and 52 of those, Butch, are solo tackles. 15 tackles for loss. He's on the Buck Buchanan Award finalist. He's the top FCS linebacker in the country.
That is Aaron James right there. He's the head coach at Tuskegee, but he's no stranger to the Golden Lions. Actually played quarterback for the Golden Tigers, from 98 to 2001. Actually went 42-5 during his playing career. His first year as a head coach. Right now he's 7-3. And on the other side, we have Eddie Robinson Jr. Of course, he's in his second year at Alabama State. Of course, he's a former Houston Oiler, and Eddie is down on the sideline somewhere there, but he's in his second year. He's done a great job, and, born and raised in New Orleans, but no relations to the great Eddie Robinson.
Yeah, well, he's right there in the thick of it right now, making sure he's got everything going. And, again, it means a lot to them to get this season rolling.
Let's take a look now at our impact players, brought to you by GM. And as you can see, we have some good ones here, Jorge.
Yeah, no doubt. Antonio Beeks, what a receiver. This guy is incredibly, incredibly talented. His skill level is off the chart. Then you go to linebacker Malik Moore. He is something special as far as the tackler. He can certainly get things done. 10 tackles for loss, 4 sacks on the season. And then Damon Stewart, a quarterback for Alabama State. He 372 yards last week. He's looking to reproduce that today. And then Traquan Thomas, number 57, defensive end, 6'1", 235, 11.5 tackles for loss. Loves getting in that backfield and disrupts.
And there's Eddie Robinson Jr. right there, second-year head coach. As you can see the record, 12-9 overall. But, we remember him from his days as a linebacker with the Houston Oilers. I mean, Eddie didn't talk a lot, but boy, did he get the job done. Wasn't afraid to stick you.
He did an excellent job as a player of just flying through those gaps, just throwing that body at people. He was very, very physical.
So Lorcan Ryans gets us underway, and SWAC football is underway in the Turkey Day Classic. And here comes Alabama State on the return. That is Robert McMinn, and Robert McMinn is gone. The opening kickoff of the game, and Robert McMinn takes it all the way to the house. They call him Flash, and you saw exactly why right there. Got one good block, and then the rest was Flash turning on the speed.
I'm telling you what, if there's a better draw up of a special teams blocking scheme, I don't know what is. Just watch it from this angle. It'll be perfect. Look at that right there. It's all open. He makes the one cut of the kicker. He ain't going to touch him. And then he's just striding. He didn't even have to put on the superchargers there. He is just gliding into the end zone for the touchdown. That is a wonderful way to start if you're Alabama State.
Unofficially, that's around a 90-yard kickoff return, but the extra point attempt hits the upright and it bounces back, so they missed the extra point attempt. As Robert McMinn celebrating on the sidelines, you go, sir. What a return to get this game started with a bang. As you saw, make it an 89-yard return by McMinn.
And again, you look at the blocks there, and there was one guy couldn't catch his number. He also held up his hands to make sure he didn't block behind the back, giving him an opportunity. Instead of making that block that he almost made, he just stopped to give him a time. And again, usually when you see something like that, there's flags flying everywhere. The whole team did a great job of making sure they either got their block or got off one and just kind of got in the way.
So much excitement this week in Montgomery, heading up to this game, the 99th Turkey Day Classic, of course, one of the oldest in the nation. Monday they had a black and gold day. Then there was the holiday tree lighting, the alumni brunch. They had a concert.
Well, you know, and a lot of times, you know, with games like this, with all those festivities coming up, it's kind of like a homecoming we talk about a lot, right? These bowl games and stuff kind of get going on, and you're like, are these guys going to be able to focus? Are they going to listen to the details? Special teams usually is an indicative part of that. When people pay attention to special teams and they handle the detail, that's a good sign for your team.
That is Karan Taylor, set to return the kick now for Tuskegee. The Golden Tigers, man, we just barely had a chance to sit down and you know, take a sip of your coffee. And it's a 6-0 ball game, 14:45 to go here in the first quarter. And Tuskegee will get their first opportunity on offense here as they set to return the kick, but it goes through the end zone. They will start 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
And Butch, I know you suggest coffee because we probably, you know, we've had plenty of turkey and everyone's kind of trying to get laid back. So have your coffee and get yourself rolling.
Keys to the game brought to you by GM.
Stop the big play. If you're the Tuskegee Golden Tigers, you got to stop the big play in the air. Make sure they just are able to run. Limit turnovers. Make sure you're holding the ball and run. Make sure your running game is solid and pin them back.
This will give us a look at Bryson Williams. He's number 2. He's the quarterback for the Golden Tigers from Tuskegee, 6'3", 195 pounds. And he is a senior, and as you can see some of his numbers on the board right there, he's done a fine job for them. Overall, he has 695 yards passing for the year with those 4 touchdowns. And he starts by handing off straight ahead, and a good gain on the first run of the day by Zena Malba.
You know, that one run right there shows you so much about Mulba and who he is, right? I mean, he had the first 3 yards, made a nice strong cut. When he was hit, he just kept churning. When you talk about churning your legs, churned right through, got a good gain there.
So they go quickly to the line of scrimmage, do the Golden Tigers. 2nd down coming up for Tuskegee. 2nd and 4 for the first down. And you talk about Malba, and he came on as a walk-on, and that's a tough road to go, and he did, and he will be on scholarship this spring. And this time he gives it to Malba, tries to turn the corner, but Colton Adams is in the backfield. Bubba Adams, number 1 there with a big stop, and he has been the top defensive player for the Hornets.
We talked about him just a minute ago. Come in with 15 tackles for loss, add 16 to that right now. 1. Watch, he just comes shooting that gap. They have to account for him. He is not going to be denied. He shows great speed.
You mentioned on the top here, he's a finalist for the Buck Buchanan Award to the top FCS linebacker. He's one of the top leading candidates. Also 2nd in the SWAC with tackles. Has 110 now after that one. And that was in 10 games. So he's just been fantastic. So 3rd and 5 for the Golden Tigers. Pass is complete. That's a first down. And they will move the sticks the first time they get the ball on the offensive end. That pass was complete to Antonio Meeks, who's the top receiver on this team.
And again, Golden Tigers being very deliberate. And again, wide open. I mean, there was no one within six yards of him. Great job. Way to sit down, do the curl pattern, and just kind of sit and wait.
Jacoby Robinson, the coach's son, on the tackle for Alabama State. He's number 20 in this game, and we expect to see him a lot all over the field. Played his high school ball in Houston. And another give to Malba. Malba breaks a tackle straight up the middle. It's a big gain. And again, he's dragged down from behind by Adrian Maddox. But another strong run by Zena Malba, who came into this game with 433 rushing yards.
And again, starts to the right, then he kind of cuts right back, and then he just sees the lane and goes straight up the middle. Just keeps pounding. Looks like he's a little tweaked on that. Has to come out for a play or two here probably to collect himself.
So he's off to a good start in this ball game. Johnny Morris will replace him in the backfield. Another 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers. Morris has also ran for 301 yards this year, so he's gotten a lot of playing time. He has 5 touchdowns and averages almost 5 yards a carry. So here goes Johnny right here, and he's going to pick up more than his carry. And he has an angry run. Did you see that finish by Johnny Morris? Get out of my way.
Angry is exactly right. Somebody took his turkey or something. Watch that cut right here. Oh, I'm going to level it out through him back and then stomps on him. That's finishing the job right there. Woo!
Cole Somerville was the young man who got in front of him, but a big, strong finish by Johnny Morris. And the running attack is in high gear right now for the Golden Tigers. They're going to come up with 2nd and 2 after that gain of 8 on that carry. Golden Tigers are averaging 25 points a game. High snap. Good job. Pass is complete. That play, just the timing of it was just off. It was completely off before they completed it to Rashad Sager.
Yeah, correct on that. Wide receiver screens are all about timing. So the snap was so high. Yeah, the snap was so high, he barely was able to bring that down. Oh, yeah, look at him. He kind of dropped that ball a little bit. I don't know if that was a catch. Well, I don't know if they're going to replay that, but it didn't amount to much. But I mean, it hit his hands, and then he went all the way to the ground to kind of pick it up. I don't know if that was a full catch there.
2nd and 2 now. They go to the run. Johnny bounced off the line of scrimmage, and he's going to turn it up, and he's not going to get to the sticks. A good defensive recovery by the Hornets from Alabama State. Johnny Morris on the carry.
Yeah, that misdirection right there almost caught some people, but Alabama State did a really good job of staying home and staying in your lanes. Look at the containment right there on the edge there. Had nowhere to go. Good job.
And there's our referee for the day.
Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist. Offense, number 2. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 3rd down.
So that was Jarvis Walker, our referee, and that's going to be a huge penalty against the Golden Tigers. Let's take another look at it.
It's a quarterback. That's what you call a total chop block right there. That's not going to cut it. Bryson Williams goes down, hits him below. That's an easy call right there.
Well, that's a big penalty, though, because it's going to put his team in a bind now. It's going to set them way back. Going to make it 3rd down and 17 yards to go to pick up a 1st down on their opening drive of the game. So Tuskegee will throw it. Bryson Williams over the middle, and he's high with the throw. It goes down as an incomplete pass, and the receiver thought he might have been interfered with.
Yeah, I thought DeMarcus Cunningham, the linebacker right there, I thought he got a little bit of his shoulder as he's going up for the ball. Let's see if we can see it. Right there. That's pretty good defense right there. He may have barely touched his back, but that looks pretty good.
That was Reggie Brakeman, the intended receiver on that one, number 86, as he jogs off. So to give us our first look at Ryan Duff as he comes on to kick the football away for Tuskegee. So Tuskegee moved the ball well, but it was that penalty that ended up shooting them in the foot and really killed this drive.
They've proved their running game's pretty solid, though.
So the line kick is away, and a high floating kick's going to hit short and bounce. And it's going to be touchdown right about the 17-yard line by the Golden Tigers. So when we come back, the Hornets from Alabama State will get another shot at this one.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone? A better plan is Verizon.
No way they take this break.
Yes, they will in any condition. Get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch all on them.
Please forgive him.
It's all good, just a little awkward. We'll wrap this up.
For a limited time, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. That's up to $1,700 in value. It's holiday every day with Verizon.
Hey CoverGirls, let's be simply ageless.
With America's #1 anti-aging foundation and the skin-loving hyaluronic complex for instant wrinkle reduction and healthy glowing skin. Simply ageless from easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
Is this for me?
If you like squeaky toys from Chewy, it is.
Did I get anything this year?
Get up to 50% off Black Friday deals at Chewy.
I'm still going to eat your socks.
No, you're not.
Get Black Friday deals that deliver excitement at Chewy.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 LiveGuard protection only from SimpliSafe. This exclusive technology allows SimpliSafe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the new Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is SimpliSafe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response.
Police have arrived. Your home is safe.
Right now, get 50% off a new SimpliSafe system so you stay safe 24/7. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Meet Avocado's best-selling green mattress. Made with certified organic cotton, wool, and latex. Plus pocketed coils to support your body's natural curves for cool and restorative sleep.
SWAC football on ESPN is presented by Pepsi, official partner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and by GM, proud sponsor of the SWAC. The Hornets from Alabama State actually lead this game 6-0, and they have yet to run an offensive play from the line of scrimmage. As you see Damon Stewart coming on at quarterback, he had probably a career day last week in a loss to Prairie View A&M. He passed for 372 yards and 2 touchdowns, but his team would not win that game. They lost 21-14, which gave Prairie View the SWAC championship in the West. So Damon Stewart starting today at quarterback. We also expect to see Naquan Lett in the game, the freshman. He will take some at quarterback. But for now, it is Stewart, and he's going to start it off with the pass. He's under pressure, and he could not get it off. So a big sack to open the offensive series for Alabama State by Tuskegee.
Wow, did they get there extra fast. I mean, watch him come right off the corner. He barely gets back in his – he's got 2 guys, 1 from each side, so he has nowhere to go. Great pressure by Tuskegee.
DeAndre Chapman, number 97, one of the guys to get there, did a good job on the sack. And as for Stewart, as you can see for the year, 1,476 yards passing. He has 8 touchdowns, but unfortunately 5 interceptions. So running the game is what Coach Eddie Robb wants to do. He feels like his team is playing best when they are running the football. That is Jawan Howell on the carry there. He's the leading rusher on the team.
Yeah, the good news there is that run kind of got some of that sack back and puts him in, decent shape now at least. But, man, that was a tough sack right there they took right out of the gate.
Jawan Howell, a 6'1", 220-pound graduate student, transferred from North Alabama, is actually in his 6th year of football, thanks to COVID. This time, Stewart goes down the field and nobody home there. It's going to go down as an incomplete pass.
I think Will Sparks was the receiver on that outside side that was supposed to keep going. He was supposed to go a go route, and he didn't go. He turned.
Let's check out the keys for Alabama State, brought to you by GM.
Establish the run, and that's what of course, that sack really didn't help that a whole lot. Dominant defense. Keep your defense where it is. They've been dominant all year, played well. And then they need some splash plays. They need to go up top, have a couple, 3, 4 plays where they get 20 or 30 yards at a chunk to just take the heart out of Tuskegee. I think that's what they're looking to do today.
So the incomplete pass will force the Hornets into a punting situation, and the kick is away by Harrison Tuck. And it's going to bounce, and it's still bouncing. Takes a big bounce for the Hornets. Wow, you see, that was a dangerous thing. You saw that return man do right there. That was number 7 on the play, Karan Taylor. And you need to get away from that ball. He did not. As you see the defense coming back on the field for Alabama State. We'll pause for a timeout. We'll be right back.
Thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Doritos created South in 2021 to help fuel the initiatives of black leaders seeking to drive real change. Like Alvin Irby, his vision to spread literacy, literally. Or Marvin P., who's empowering our youth with skills that bridge the opportunity gap. Or Jessica Johnson, whose dedication and dreams helps make college a reality. And many more. Check out their stories and help shape change. We are Solid Black. Join us and try another angle.
Huge play coming up.
Wait, talking about dropping the ball. I got the score.
Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Coach Alcindor and Jorge Vargas with you. We hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving Day. We are definitely enjoying ours. Had plenty of turkey and all the trimmings here. I'm trying to keep Jorge awake, so if you're wondering why. By the way, that last punt by Harrison Tuck was 59 yards. So you talk about flipping the field for the Hornets that they have now put the Golden Tigers in a hole. Bryson Williams back on at quarterback for his second bite of this apple as they try to move the football. Last time they moved the ball really good behind the running attack.
Yeah, look for some play action here early.
So Williams turns and he hands straight ahead, and again it's another big run in there, and there's a good carry again by number 23, Zena Malba, the freshman walk-on.
And again, it's a slight counter. It's like a little delay draw that gives them enough time for the lineman to kind of create a little trap right there, and he runs right inside. He sees the lane and does not hesitate at all.
Malba came into this game averaging 5 yards a carry, and he's actually improved on that early in the ball game.
Yeah, 6.6 right now.
So here's Williams on the throw, completes the pass to the outside, and is going to be pushed out of bounds. It's number 85, Rashid Sager, on the catch. Short gain on the play, but yeah, he comes in here, and he's actually running for more than his average.
Yeah, actually, they just updated. So 5 carries, 43 yards, 8.6 a carry.
Well, he's a tough runner. I mean, Coach said he's a hard worker, but it's his vision. He said he has that great vision to see where the holes are and to hit them quickly before they close. And by the way, he said he would put him on scholarship this spring.
That's got to be awesome for him. What a great special privilege for this young man.
So second down now. Pass near the sideline. There's going to be an incompleted pass. Good coverage over there by the Hornets. Number 27 is James Burgess.
And again, it's somewhat of a dangerous pass there. I mean, if they time that wrong, you're going to see a pick six go the opposite way.
So now a big third down coming up for the Golden Tigers. As they look around offensively, and the Tigers, believe it or not, Tuskegee has been the dominant team in this series. They lead the series 62, 38, and 3 ties.
Wow.
But when you talk about the last 10 games, the two schools have split the last 10. So obviously it's a very, very competitive series. Coach Eddie Robb and his team always looking forward to this game. And Coach Robinson, we need to mention, he also played at Alabama State, so he has played in this game in the past.
I was going to say, both these coaches, played for these teams. They know what it means. That's just special to be part of when you go back to your organization and all your players understand what it's about. They know the hardships that they're going through. Every part of what's going on, and they can appreciate that you're there to help them get through it.
So Jarvis Walker and his crew trying to get everything neat on the field, trying to tidy up some things here as we get set for a big 3rd and 8 coming up for Tuskegee. They're in the white uniforms with the gold numbers on the jerseys. You see Alabama State in the all black with the gold helmets. So Tuskegee on 3rd down will throw it. Pressure on the quarterback, and they got him. Big pressure there by Traquan Thomas. Came from the right side, looked like he was shot out of a cannon, and he made the sack, the big 6-footer, 235-pounder.
Wow, he just came off that edge. He gave that tackle no business. trying to get to him. His speed was, he faked a little bit on the inside, then just came roaring on the outside. There was no way he was going to be stopped, and then he completes the play. That's another big part of it. You got to get there and you got to close, and he did just that.
Yeah, you know, he had 2 sacks in one game earlier this year against Bethune-Cookman. He's got 5 on the year. Let's make it 6 now after that sack. So the Golden Tigers will punt it away. Ryan Duff comes on, gets his kick off. And Alabama State's going to try to bring it back. McMinn still on his feet. Robert McMinn, really tough guy to bring down. He's already run one back, 89 yards on the opening kickoff of the game. As you can see, Alabama State, 6-0 lead, 5:52 in the first.
Is this for me?
If you like squeaky toys from Chewy, it is.
Did I get anything this year?
Get up to 50% off Black Friday deals at Chewy.
I'm still going to eat your socks.
No, you're not.
Get Black Friday deals that deliver excitement at Chewy.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone, a better plan is Verizon.
For a limited time, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. Only on Verizon.
When you find that forever kind of love. Zales has jewelry that's made to love and made to last. Love real. Zales.
You've evolved. You've changed. So have we. That's why new Dove Body Wash now has 24-hour renewing micro moisture for continuous care. New Dove Body Wash. Change is beautiful.
I am a collage artist,
graphic designer,
illustrator. I am an artist, a printmaker.
It's a long list.
The work that's on Minted is incredibly diverse. The beauty of it is that no print is going to be the same.
There is pleasure in being able to share that with someone.
That's sort of the feeling that I want to capture, the heirloom quality, something that has a story on its own. That's what makes Minted sing. It's individual artists all in one place.
For over 6 decades, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for everyone. Now through Wednesday, we're celebrating with great gifts at great prices throughout the store. Like these personal care holiday gift sets starting at $9.99. Half off this 4-piece cast iron skillet set. And Bluey talking plush toys or convertible play sets just $17.99. Plus, donate new unwrapped toys to Kids Helping Kids and we'll match gifts up to $250,000. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone.
You really think you can get me to like dark chocolate?
Welcome back to the Turkey Day Classic. You're looking at Keyshawn Johnson on the sideline. He's the top receiver for Alabama State. Of course, he's out of action today with an injury on the sideline, and he will be missed. No doubt about that.
Yeah, when your top guy who makes your electric big plays is not your top weapons on the sidelines in a hat, it doesn't work.
So they go to the running game, do the Hornets, and it's going to be a nice gain on first down as he got pretty close to 5 yards on that carry. Keyshawn Johnson wrapped that up, had 62 receptions coming into this game with 819 yards and 7 touchdowns. And as you see his numbers right there, 61 catches, 829 and 7 touchdowns.
Well, that's a lot of offense you don't have in your arsenal today. They'll miss him, but that's where they're going to have to really count on that running game to just establish the line of scrimmage for him.
Put a man in motion on second down. Pass inside is complete. That's going to be a first down for the Hornets.
And you got to watch that play right there. Watch how the offensive line opens a huge gap there. That little play action they ran right there, they're going to come back with that and run it up the middle and see if they can exploit that.
That was A.J. Lewis, one of the tight ends on the reception, number 14, a big 6'4", 265-pound junior. He's also a transfer from Troy. So now they're mixing in the pass and the run as Alabama State, and they go back to the running game again. Again with big yardage inside. And you can see a lot of those big offensive linemen continuing to push the pile forward. And at the bottom of that pile right there is Harris, Marcus Harris II.
Both these schools are doing a really good job of opening gaps and getting 5-6 yards a pop each on the run. I mean, And we talked about early, both teams, need to establish the run, and they are doing just that.
Yeah, Marcus Harris picked up 5 yards on that carry, makes it a 2nd and short for Alabama State. Of course, their quarterback, Damon Stewart, he's a transfer from UAB. He's a Hattiesburg native. Puts McMinn in motion, and he gives it to McMinn around the left side. He has the football, but it's out of bounds after he picked up the first down. So the jet sweep goes to Robert McMinn, the same young man who ran the opening kickoff back 89 yards for a touchdown.
You think he's got some speed? I think so. I mean, he cut to that corner really without any really help with blocking. He just went to the edge, got an easy 6 yards just by exploding on the jet sweep.
So a first down for the Hornets. Stewart is completing 63% of his passes so far this year. He was actually named Newcomer of the Week in the SWAC for this week, and this time Stewart's going to keep it. Can't get around the corner, though. Does a good job to make something out of it right at the end as he slides forward for about 4 yards.
I was going to say, that was going nowhere, and then he kind of backed into 3 yards, didn't he? However you get there, it doesn't have to be pretty, right? And watch him. The defense does a great job cutting him off there. He does a nice little move there. Looks like he is done, and then just backs in for 3 yards. Making something out of nothing, Butch.
He also played 1 year at East Mississippi Community College. So he's got a lot of football experience. Stewart this time under center. He's going to roll to his right. Passes underneath, has a man wide open, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. That is number 40, Dylan Creech, the big fullback who came into the ball game, snuck out of the backfield, and was wide open for that touchdown pass from Damon Stewart.
You didn't need a number on there, or you didn't need a description of what position he played. He runs like a fullback. Just watch him. It's not pretty. It's not like a smooth. It's just kind of, and then he just dives in like a hammer for effect in the touchdown there. But what a well-designed play. The offense coordinator doing a great job there, getting him wide open.
What a great call by Henry Williams, the offensive coordinator, because he snuck Damon Stewart up under center with a fullback in the lineup. Makes it seem like you're going to do some type of run, and he rolls to the right. Stewart comes underneath, and it's a beautiful play.
Yeah, exactly. And again, he comes unguarded, and then look how much room's in front of him. And again, he's got a blocker in front if he needs it. Didn't even really need him.
That touchdown pass, 26 yards from Damon Stewart to Creech, Dylan Creech. And that drive was a short drive, 2 minutes and 25 seconds on the drive.
Tell you what, it does show both teams truly committed to that run, though, and they're using pass plays for that extra something, and it's going to make both teams do really well in the play action if they pick and choose and use it wisely. And again, I thought the play calling of that drive was fantastic.
So that was Stuart McCall in on the extra point, and Coach Eddie Robb told us this week don't be surprised if he ended up using 3 kickers in this game. And he wants to see something before the end of the season. And so that time it was Stuart McCall on the kick. And Jaden John will now kick it off as you see number 7, Karan Taylor, back to return it in this 13-0 game. Alabama State out in front.
They're changing kickers just to make sure you're on your toes.
So Jaden John with the kick. Deep one this time. Fielded at about the 3-yard line. And here comes Karan Taylor. And Taylor is going to get it back up to the 25. Up to the 25-yard line. And that is where the Golden Tigers will go on offense from that point. So far this year, they've been very, very successful. Would you consider Alabama State starting this ball game? The kickoff return on the opening kickoff of the game. We have 2:17 left in the first quarter. Then a nice touchdown drive there, culminating with that touchdown pass to Creech.
Yeah, and they got good field position, and they did their work, right? I mean, you went down there and completed it with a touchdown. And again, right now, it's time for Tuskegee to answer at this point, right? And they got plenty of time. But they got to stick to their run game and move down the field.
So they start off with a run, and it's a nice run. It's going to pick up about 4 yards on that carry. And once again, it's number 27, this time Johnny Morris, who also ran the football really well the first time he was in the ball game. He has 301 yards so far, and I think we talked about the fact that he's averaging right at 5 yards a carry. So they do a really good job with the running attack.
And that offensive line is creating good seams there.
And they go back to the run on second time. Morris bounces it to the outside, trying to turn the corner. Almost did, couldn't quite get there. It's going to be a short gain by Johnny Morris.
Yeah, what's funny is I was talking about them creating huge gaps right there. There was nothing, but Morris did a great job of saying, okay, I see nothing there. I'm going to try to bounce it. And he was just short of being able to bounce that for a big play.
Going to set up a third down coming up now for the Golden Tigers. Make it 3rd and 3. You know, they got to celebrate. We're going to talk about that because they got to celebrate their Thanksgiving on Tuesday night before they got on the road. A little get-together for the team, try to take some of the pressure off. 3rd down. They're going to go back to the run. And it's Morris, and Morris picks up the first down and a lot more. Johnny Morris on the carry with a big run for the Golden Tigers.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that offensive line is doing a great job. Just watch here, and then watch Morris just finish, right? Right there, great job opening up that seam, and then he just finishes, just keeps pounding. Watch those legs, just keep churning all the way through.
Colton Adams caught him from behind, but that run is good for 13 yards by Johnny Morris. And I talked about them celebrating Thanksgiving. You mentioned how well that offensive line is doing right now. And Coach told me one of the things Aaron James said, you know, our linemen kind of like the biggest eaters on this team. He went on to talk about that, and they went to talk about one of his guys. We'll get to that in a minute. A little option play by Williams. It's going to be a short gain inside. He goes, you know, everybody gets together. We kind of blow off some steam a little bit. Big game coming up. And he said, Sean Stitton, number 65, the offensive tackle there, the left tackle. He said, by far, he has to be the biggest eater on the team. And I said, well, what do you mean by that, Coach? I mean, can you give me an idea what qualifies as a big eater? And he said, how about this? He had 30 wings and a couple of pizzas.
So 2 pizzas and 30 wings by himself?
Yeah. That brings us to the end of the first quarter, and a quick first quarter it was. Alabama State in control after that Robert McMinn opening kickoff return. It's 13-0. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Ideation Station. As you write, Grammarly can suggest personalized ideas to kickstart your paper.
Definitely this one.
Interesting topic. Do you know where you want to take it next?
Yes, I can make this topic even more focused.
Let Grammarly create a customized research plan so you can get organized.
Perfect.
94% of students say Grammarly helps improve their grades. Download Grammarly for free.
Yum. Chili. Chili, chili. Chili dog yum. Hormel chili. Pour on.
You've evolved. You've changed. So have we. That's why new Dove Body Wash now has 24-hour renewing micro moisture for continuous care. New Dove Body Wash. Change is beautiful.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 LifeGuard protection only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the new Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response.
Police have arrived. Your home is safe.
Right now, get 50% off a new Simply Safe system so you stay safe 24/7. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Meet Avocado's best-selling green mattress. Made with certified organic cotton, wool, and latex. Plus pocketed coils to support your body's natural curves for cool and restorative sleep. Featuring a 1-year in-home sleep trial. Complete your bedroom oasis with organic pillows and bedding. Shop today with Avocado Green. Proud supporter of 1% for the planet.
Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. You got enough stuff in here to go camping for a week, right? We are not going camping for a week, are we?
No, we're not going camping for a week. Okay. But I do know a shortcut. I don't know if we can make this. Don't you need an SUV for this? Watch this. I got you, and Kona got me. Okay, Hyundai. I told you.
Do we really have to go hiking?
Girl, hiking is good for you.
Our body is an amazing chemical laboratory. When you give it the right chemistry, it functions the best. Balance of Nature is the ultimate whole fruit and vegetable chemistry.
Go to balanceofnature.com to get your special offer.
Title Max got your money, your real money.
There you see our score as we get set to start the second quarter of action in Montgomery, Alabama. Alabama State up 13-0 over Tuskegee in the annual Turkey Day Classic. And there you see the head coach, Aaron James. First year at Tuskegee. And you know what? He told me Thanksgiving is just not the same anymore for him. You know, he's excited about the game and all that stuff. I want you to notice that vial around his neck. He said, you know, he lost his mom last year around this time. And he said, Thanksgiving is not as special. But he said, you know what? He said, I'm going to have a piece of her with me on the sideline. So he has her ashes in that vial right there around his neck. And so he said, man, she was my biggest fan. She was always there for me. She was at every game, whether it was football, basketball, baseball. And he said, I just feel a sense of peace keeping her with me here on the sideline.
Oh, that's incredible right there.
So Tuskegee with a beautiful pass down the sideline, just a tad too long, almost a big play for the Golden Tigers. But there you see Coach James over there, and, he played at Tuskegee. It means a lot to him to be at the school. He said how proud his mom was when he got the head coaching job to come back to Tuskegee.
Yeah, and, especially on a day like today, he wants her to be around him. So I think that's fantastic. And you can tell, he's intense and he's ready. But that certainly means a whole lot.
So 3rd and 8 now for his Golden Tigers. Bryson Williams has gone all the way at quarterback. We do expect to see Christopher Roberson today at some point. He'll wear number 9 when he comes into the ball game. So Williams will throw it on 3rd down. Cranks it out, and he just missed him. He had a guy who was open. He felt like he was interfered with, but that pass looked like they were on the wrong page. They weren't on the same page together. Let's take another look.
Yeah, can't see there if he was held before that. He's looking for, maybe he was held up before he could get into his full sprint, and that's why the timing was off.
Well, I saw that time on the replay why the timing was off, and it's because Bubba Adams was in the backfield and knocked him in the helmet right as he released that ball. So that will have a lot to do with whether or not you're on target with some of these throws. So they'll come on to punt it. That'll bring on Ryan Duff again. The 6', 185-pound senior will kick it away. High kick. McMinn fields around the 15-yard line. He's a tough guy in the open field. McMinn has some room on the outside. One man to beat is the kicker. Now it's a foot race, and he's shoved out of bounds near the 25-yard line. But what a weapon Robert McMinn has been in this ball game, that time on the punt return.
Wow, and his vision right here, right? It's the blocking right there is fantastic. He sees a little bit to the right, and then he's like, I can get on the outside. And once he gets to the outside, he's like, I ain't worried about the punter. He takes it up and then gets pushed out. But obviously great speed, but boy, the vision made this one happen too.
Yeah, they call him Flash, and we've had flashes of why already in this ball game, even though we're early in the game. Whew. And that was a good saving tackle right there by number 32, Kaquan Kimber, on the stop. And so now 1st and 10 for the Hornets, and they go back to their running attack. And again, it's a big run on 1st down to set up a 2nd and short.
Yeah, I think he's somebody stole his turkey. Something's going on. He's running angry every time, like he's missed his plate.
Yeah, that's Marcus Harris on the carry this time.
Ooh. I mean, he's throwing people down. Look at that forearm. My gosh.
Yeah, just both teams running the ball extremely hard. Harris came in with 295 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns on the day. And this is what Coach Eddie Robb likes to do. He likes to keep the ball on the ground. So Stewart again goes straight ahead. Nothing fancy here. Just give it to the running back and go straight ahead and let him do all the work. And once again, it's number 26, Marcus Harris, on the carry. Another first down for the Hornets.
They're gobbling up the yards on the ground, that's for sure.
I'm sure the first of many gobble references.
I've got a lot.
During this ball game. Come back, and it's more running again to Harris. Harris trying to get away, still on his feet. He was hit in the backfield, but actually turned that into a 1, maybe 2-yard pickup. Harris from Jackson, Mississippi. And now there's a flag on the play.
Remains first down. I was just about to jinx this, and I didn't say it. I was going to say this has been a pretty clean game, and I didn't say it, and there goes the flag.
Hornets are guilty of holding there, so that's going to push them back. It was the left tackle for the Hornets.
There it is. WWE takedown a little bit right there. Got his hand on that outside shoulder pad, and when you see it, those refs can see it real easy, and he was starting to lose that block and just kind of pulled it down. And they'll throw the flag on that one every time.
It's Mortal Kombat when you talk about in the trenches. This pass from Williams to the end zone is too strong. He had a receiver out there. That was number 15. And it's an incomplete pass.
And again, a little bit of play action, but he just was off on that play, and there was plenty of coverage out there. That could have been a dangerous ball, one for interception, actually.
Trying to hit Darius Edmonds was the intended receiver on that one as he throws it high.
He threw into double coverage right there, so there had to be someone more open.
That penalty will make it 2nd and 20. And just a little flare pass out to the running back, and he's going to step out of bounds. But it's a good gain to pick up some of that penalty yardage. That's A.J. Gates, who just entered the ball game and made the catch coming out of the backfield.
That was great timing. And again, watch the receivers blocking down, staying on their people. That allows so many more yards there.
You know, he's the third back to enter the game for the Hornets today, and Coach Eddie Robb told us he likes to change of pace. You know, he'll play Juwan Howell, he'll play Marcus Harris, and then he'll bring in A.J. Gates, who has an entirely different motor. I mean, this guy is an entirely different speed. He can get around the corner, has the speed to turn the corner. So now, after the penalty, make it 3rd and 10. Pass inside, complete. No, incomplete.
It looked like he caught it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be mad at this one. Oh, yeah. He had it and then just, yeah.
Trying to hit Gates, but Gates could see that linebacker in the corner of his eyes, and that's a tough catch to make under those circumstances. So we'll have to see who comes in to handle the kicking duties here on this field goal attempt. And it should be Stuart McCall out there, number 38, to attempt a 32-yard field goal.
False start. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So the penalty will push it back again, and Coach Robinson is wondering, what did we do wrong?
So they were barely starting to line up there. The flag was thrown.
You can tack on 5 more to this field goal attempt coming up. And it is Stuart McCall. He's number 38. He's out to make this attempt. Make it a 37-yard attempt. And now we're going to have a timeout. They're going to talk about this. So you see McCall and company coming over to the sideline and visit with this, an opportunity to make it really a 2-score game if he can make this field goal. So while they take a timeout, we're going to pause for a break. 13-0 Alabama State.
Such players give it their all. But when I say player, I don't mean the ones with the ball. I mean the ones that play drums, the brass, the woodwinds. These players bring excitement to the stadium. Because for them, halftime isn't a break. It's game time. Pepsi is a proud supporter of HBCU students. Pepsi and HBCUs. That's what I like.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one.
best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
A few years ago, I was faced with a big decision, graduating high school and getting ready for the next big step. I looked at several universities, but only one stood out, mine. Alabama State University.
With more than 60 degree programs, from research to robotics, from doctoral degrees to the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Dance, ASU has the degree to fit your future.
I chose ASU. How about you?
A proud tradition, the promise of a bright future.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Before the timeout, Stuart McCall was set to attempt the field goal, but after the penalty now, they're going to bring on Jaden John to attempt a 37-yard field goal for the Hornets. 36 now on the spot. Officially, it looks like it's 36. As he gets set, he's been the kicker for most of the year, so they have a lot of confidence in him, and he has the bigger leg. And the kick is on the way. And it sails right, so it's going to be wide right, and it's no good. So Jaden John on his attempt. He's 5'10", 165. But Coach Robinson has a lot going on with his kicking game right now. Really wants to check it out.
Yeah. You know, I think he just didn't get his foot all behind it. It stayed low, too. If you look, the trajectory is not really great. And it just kept drifting, and drifted wide right. Just never got there.
So it's a missed opportunity for Alabama State, and the ball will go back over to Tuskegee.
And it's a great opportunity for Tuskegee, right? I mean, here you go now. You avoid points, so you blank them here. Now they really need to go on, establish a good drive, and get some points. Obviously, touchdowns where you want to go, but they need to get down here and really put it to them and keep their running game going.
So officially, that was a 36-yard field goal attempt that was wide right. And no good as the Golden Tigers get set to go on offense. They're in the all-white uniforms if you're just joining us. You see the quarterback number 2, that's Bryson Williams. 6'3", 195-pound senior. He's gone all the way in this ball game so far. Dual threat quarterback. We haven't seen him take off and run yet, but he does have the ability to run with the football and run well with the football. So 1st and 10 for Tuskegee. He will throw it inside, completes it, but Bubba Adams is right there to take him down immediately.
Adams is just everywhere he wants to be. You know, I mean, he reads it so well. It's one thing to be physical. It's one thing to have speed, but you can tell he anticipates. He obviously watches film. I mean, he is right on top of it.
Number 39, Cole Somerville, also helping out with that tackle.
Guns on Adams.
She looked like a really short pickup, but they're going to say it's good for 5 yards, and that's going to make it 2nd and 5, and they go back to the running game. They've had a lot of success with the running game, and once again, they pick up about 4 inside. That is number 27, Johnny Morris, on the carry for the Golden Tigers. And we just got an injury report from the sideline that Zena Malbel is on the sidelines. He has some kind of injury that he's still being evaluated on the sideline, and so that's why we haven't seen him since early in the first quarter.
Right, you saw on that one tackle, he kind of got up. He wasn't quite right. Didn't look like anything was super wrong, but obviously something, whether it's an ankle or something, is bothering him, and they're probably trying to either loosen him up and see if he can come back in. But we hope that he's okay and recovers there. It's a big 3rd and 1.
So with 10:34 in the second quarter, we're going to pause for a timeout. 13-0.
Shop now to save big on the gifts they really want. Take up to 40% off store-wide during the Black Friday sale. And celebrate the season at Zales.
The only microwavable bacon of its kind.
is here. Raw to crispy in a few electric minutes.
Factor provides balanced eating made simple.
They provide a new menu every week with delicious, nutritious meals.
It's so convenient. It's just delivered right to your door.
The meals can be heated in the oven or microwave in minutes.
You choose your meals based off your taste preferences and meal history.
So not only will you love what you get, but you can also stay fit easily.
So easy, simple, and nutritious.
This is so good.
Visit factormeals.com/50 and use code 50 to claim this Black Friday offer.
Tim, my boyfriend Tim. He's so tall, very tall. Nothing fits. Giant. Eats a lot, cooks a lot, chops a lot. Etsy. Can I afford custom? Yes. Extra long apron.
I'm Tim. Custom gifts for all budgets. Etsy has it.
At Avocado, we have a few ideas for the perfect gift. The right gift will bring joy, be good for people and the planet, and be cherished for years to come. This holiday, discover the perfect gift with Avocado, a proud member of 1% for the planet. Shop now at avocadomattress.com.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Butch and Jorge with you here at the Turkey Day Classic between Tuskegee and Alabama State. And as you can see, the Hornets in control for the moment, 13-0 with 10:34 to go here in the second quarter. Big 3rd and 1 coming up right now for the Golden Tigers as they get set. Turn and they give to Johnny Morris, and Morris is caught and dropped in the backfield. What a big play by the Hornets defense, which, by the way, is ranked number 2 in the SWAC.
And again, when they start realizing you're coming and you're going to run each time, they're going to start filling the holes. Adams, a guy leading that way, and that defense is solid. And you're right, number 2 in the SWAC. They've been consistent all season long. He disrupts it, and hey, how about 3 or 4 guys helping you out?
Yeah, big Andrew Ogletree also on the tackle, but I love what Bubba Adams did because he made the penetration, and it forced Morris to bounce it to the outside where he did not want to go, where there were a couple of other Hornets standing right there set to make the tackle. And what a season Andrew Ogletree has had. You know, he's a senior. He's been around for a while, and Coach Robinson says he's one of the guys that has really stepped up and played big for this team this year.
Yeah, and that's what you need, you know.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Every team needs guys that step up at big times and guys you can't count on, or guys you can count on in certain times, right? And again, I think the big thing about a good team is when someone goes down or something changes, you have guys that step up at different times, and he's been a guy that's done that for him.
Yeah, that flag, we saw it at the last minute there, so it's going to back up the Golden Tigers a little bit, and it'll bring on Ryan Duff again to kick it away. Pressure on the punter this time. He was hit, and we will see whether it warrants a flag as it runs McMinn all the way back, but McMinn turns the corner, still on his feet. He goes over the 40-yard line. And no flag apparently on that, but it sure looked like it must have been blocked into the punter on that play.
Yeah, I mean, he's.
Oh, no, there is a flag down.
Number 56, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
There you go.
So that was it. I didn't see the flag initially, but obviously we saw the contact.
Yeah, you called it right as it was happening again because the punter's leg was still in the air, and it looks like he caught him right in the hip. Watch right. There he comes right, hits him right in the stomach. Wow, with the helmet. And that's dangerous, and you got to make sure you protect the punter that way.
So that will
big
keep
1st down.
Offense alive for the Golden Tigers from Tuskegee as Bryson Williams comes back on. Their most successful drive was the first drive of the ball game where they drove it all the way down before penalties put it into that drive. But that's going to be a big penalty because it's a change of possession now. It stops the possession from going over to Alabama State. If you're just joining us, Johnny Morris now appears to be the main back for Tuskegee because Zena Malba went to the sideline with an injury. And here comes Morris again, breaking a tackle. And Morris is going to pick up a 1st down for the Golden Tigers.
Yeah, again, look at this offensive line just busting out a hole, and he just goes right through it. One man to beat, and he does just that. And great speed, great vision.
Yeah, we talked about Malba's vision, but that was pretty good by Johnny Morris there. Picking up a big first down. 11-yard carry by Johnny Morris on the carry. So 1st and 10 for Tuskegee. We're down to 8:48 to go here in the quarter. And Williams looking to throw it. Floats it down the sideline. Has a man. It's a completed pass. And a great catch over there by number 15, Antonio Meeks. He's the guy with all the skills coming down with a great catch.
Yeah, I mean, great positioning. Waits for the ball, comes back to it with his arms and catches it. I love when receivers reach back for a ball and don't just wait for it to come to him. See, he reaches back to get it to make sure the defender doesn't have a play on the ball. Good job.
Yeah, he's their go-to guy. He's averaging 17.4 a catch. Whew. So that's a heck of an average right there, and that's a big catch and a big first down as it's a serious drive here from the Golden Tigers. They're in the red zone, knocking on the door, and they go to Morris. Morris dancing around. Came through that. Great job by Morris to pick up about 6 yards.
And that'll put him at 39 yards on the day on 7 carries. I mean, he's been looking really good, 5.5 a carry. Again, you know, Mulba went out. We've got him stepping up.
A big opportunity coming up here for Tuskegee, and basically it materialized because of the roughing the kicker penalty that kept the drive alive when they were getting set to punt the football away to the Hornets. Pick up a 3 on that carry. Let's call it 2nd and 7 with the football resting at about the 13-yard line. Williams turns and gives to Morris again, and he's tripped up in the backfield. A big defensive play by Ogletree. We just talked about Andrew Ogletree, and here he is in the backfield.
Comes pounding. Wow, just grabs his foot. As hard as these guys are to tackle, you know he's mad just because he grabbed his foot and went down.
Well, he did such a good job of disengaging himself to disengage from the offensive line and then be able to dive, like you said, and grab the feet in the backfield. So a big play, and what he did, lost the yardage on the play, setting up a 3rd and 8 now. And you got to wonder whether or not it's 4-down territory for Tuskegee. It's only a 13-0 game. Williams the pass, and is caught near the 10-yard line. We'll see where they put it down. A good catch by Antonio Meeks again. Meeks made the catch there, and Trey Phillips on the stop. And now they're going to jog off, and they'll bring up a field goal attempt for the Golden Tigers. So good job by Bryson Williams and company getting the offense down there in scoring position. Unofficially, it's a 27-yard attempt coming up by Lorcan Ryans. His kick is a line drive, but it splits the uprights, and the Golden Tigers are on the board. Aaron James very happy with his team. It's 13-3. We'll be back in a minute.
Doritos created Solid in 2021 to help fuel the initiatives of black leaders seeking to drive real change. Like Alvin Irby, his vision to spread literacy, literally. Or Marvin P., who's empowering our youth with skills that bridge the opportunity gap. Or Jessica Johnson, whose dedication to dreams helps make college a reality. And many more. Check out their stories and help shape change. We are Solid Black. Join us and try another angle.
Huge play coming up.
Wait, talking about dropping the ball. I got the score.
Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
HBCUs are anchored by legacy. They nurture the talent and determination of their students and prepare them for a bright future. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program has and still believes in the excellence of HBCUs, committed not just in speech, but through the revitalization and upgrades of the campuses these students call home. Building, planting, tilling the dream, all hearts and countless volunteers on the ground. Retool Your School. We're powered by purpose.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
That is Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. on the sidelines for Alabama State. His team out in front 13-3 after that 27-yard field goal by Lorcan Ryans for Tuskegee to put the Golden Tigers on the board, making a 13-3 game. And it was a very good drive for Tuskegee, but it was aided by that penalty. That was huge.
Yeah, I mean, great job. And again, you know, good teams find a way when they get an opportunity, they take advantage of it, and that's exactly what they did. They realized they got relief. They got that extra first down, 15 yards, and then they drove down the length of the field. Obviously, they would have wanted a touchdown, but they got the field goal, got some points, got themselves into this game, just a 10-point game now.
So the kickoff goes down to about the 7-yard line. And the Hornets are going to bring it back again. Another big return for the Hornets. They're doing a great job on the kickoff return. B.J. West, number 80 that time on the return. So they gave Robert McMahon a blow. And guess what? West came in and turned in a big return.
So that shows you how good the coaching is on special teams and how they're putting so much effort behind it.
That last scoring drive, 9 plays, 70 yards, and it took them 6 minutes and 11 seconds to get that 27-yard field goal. But again, the drive was a key penalty, aided the drive, and allowed them to get down and get the 27-yard field goal. So here come the Hornets on offense. And ball is loose, and it's a dive for the football, and the Golden Tigers say they have it. And the officials say they have it. So the first turnover of the game is a huge turnover, and Tuskegee coming up with that football as Damon Stewart apparently lost it on the exchange there.
Looks like number 97, DeAndre Chapman picked it up. Yeah, that ball, he never really had that ball. Ball bounces around a little bit. Watch him. The ball hits him in the chest, actually the hip, lower hip. And it just falls out. I don't think he ever thought it was going to be given to him. Look, he was never looking for the ball. It hit him on his lower hip. It was just a miscommunication as far as if he was getting that ball or not. But now, the Tigers have it.
Big opportunity for the Golden Tigers after the turnover on the fumble by the Hornets. And here comes, they go right back to Johnny Morris, who goes around the right side this time. He's going to pick up nice yardage on first down. So Damon Stewart, some miscommunication there as he tried to stick the ball in there, and his running back, like you said, didn't appear like he was ready to receive the ball.
Yeah, no, it hit his lower hip, and he wasn't even, as you saw him go through, he was never looking back down like, oh, I dropped it. I think he thought it was some play action or, you know, quarterback option read, and the quarterback just didn't give it to him. He just kept going. And whatever that was, I'm sure they're going to work on that in the sidelines. But right now, Golden Tigers have a golden opportunity here to score.
Yeah, they picked up 5 yards on first down, so call it 2nd and 5. Bryson Williams has gone all the way at quarterback, goes back to Morris again, but there's tough going inside this time. That Alabama State defense, number 2 in the SWAC, gave you an example of why. And when you talk about them being ranked number 2 in the SWAC, they're 2nd in total defense, 2nd in rushing defense, 2nd in scoring defense. I mean, they have been playing well all season long on the defensive end. And as you see, Johnny Morris there, after that one, didn't pick up much at all. So we're looking at 3rd and 4 to keep this drive moving for the Golden Tigers.
He already has 10 carries, 41 yards. He's getting the work.
So they put Meeks in motion. Williams sprinting out to his left, throws downfield, and he doesn't give him a chance, really. That ball was thrown out of bounds. Goes down as an incomplete pass. Now we got 4th down coming up for Tuskegee. A lot of pressure, though, on the quarterback.
Yeah, they're coming. There's Adams again, one of the main culprits. And then just, again, that's team pressure. He has nowhere to go, nowhere to fake anyone out. He's either got to throw it to his receiver or just get rid of it. I think that's what he did right there.
So that football's in no man's land where it's a little bit too far for a field goal attempt, and it's a little too close to punt the ball. So Bryson Williams stays on the field. And Coach Eddie Robinson will see if his defense can come up with a big stop on 4th down and 4 yards to go for the first down. And now we have a whistle on the field, and they're going to be a timeout.
Second timeout. Call by the offense. Second of the half.
So Tuskegee is going to use a timeout to make sure they get this right, because this is a key play in the ballgame. We got 3:50 to go in the first half. So we're going to pause for a timeout. We'll be right back.
Go to Old Navy and you'll save a toboggan full of buckaroonies. It's a real bada bing, bada boom situation.
This Friday only, get deals for 50% off. That's 50% off, only at Old Navy.
Look, this deal is a steal, and so is the toboggan. I know because I stole it.
Join new Cracker Barrel Rewards, and you'll feel like a rock star.
You're always cooking up something.
Sign up and get an appetizer on us. Then, with every purchase, start earning rewards that you can redeem for entrees and shopping. And who doesn't love to rock a birthday treat?
I do love to rock.
Sign up for free today. Cracker Barrel Rewards, the rewards you crave.
The care you deserve.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you. Not Paul. You don't want to ride with Paul. Get a rate based on you with DriveWise and the Allstate app.
Of life.
Our body is an amazing chemical laboratory. When you give it the right chemistry, it functions the best. Balance of Nature is the ultimate whole fruit and vegetable chemistry.
Go to balanceofnature.com to get your special offer.
With Klaviyo, it's easy to power smarter digital relationships and turn your customer data into faster growth.
It's super helpful to have all of our data consolidated into one platform. There's so many more ways to connect with your customers.
Welcome back, everyone. Butch Alcindor with Jorge Vargas with you on Thanksgiving Day. And, of course, it's a big day at the Turkey Day Classic. A lot of excitement going on this week. We talked on the top a little bit about some of the things that have been going on, but really and truthfully, the big parade was today. You know, the concert with Jeezy, as you were trying to introduce me to his music a minute ago. So now here we go. Big 4th down coming up. 4th and 4 for the Golden Tigers, trying to keep this drive alive and put some points on the board. Williams will pass it underneath, and he just off the fingertips of his intended receiver there. Wow, that hurts. He had a big guy crossing, may have led him a little too much, and it's going to go down as an incomplete pass.
But you know what makes that work is the pressure from Alabama State. They just keep coming. He knows he doesn't have a lot of time. He's trying to squeeze that ball in, leads him just a little bit. But again, the defensive pressure right there and the coverage is fantastic.
Latravian O'Neal, the big tight end, was the intended target underneath, and got his hands on it, but really had no chance to pull that in. So here come the Hornets, and they go to the run, and what a big play in the backfield. Nice stop right there as they tried to get something going in the backfield. Nazareth Bryant on the carry, but he didn't even get started.
Now watch this. I'm going to hold my guy blocking me, and I'm tackling you and not letting you go. That is fantastic. Usually you teach him to shed your blocker, right, and then go to the ball. He held on to the blocker and the running back.
Just a great defensive play in the backfield by the Golden Tigers from Tuskegee. So 2nd and 11, call it a loss of 1. They gave him his forward progress on the play. This time they come back inside, and boy, he almost broke that one. It was almost a big run as he went back to Bryant again. Nazareth Bryant on the carry, the 5'10", 195-pound junior who came in. He's a transfer from Northern Illinois. So you're seeing a lot of different people in the backfield. We've seen Howell back there. We've seen Harris. We've seen Gates. And now we're getting a look at Bryant. So both these two teams, they're run first and then we pass second.
I think, what's great to watch, though, is the skill players they have. I mean, all of them are explosive, and they all have a little bit different characteristic of how they run the ball. So defensively, it makes it tough.
So 3rd and 8 now for the Hornets. Stewart backpedaling, has his man. It's completed for a first down, and a big first down it is. Number 13, Tyrese Saunders, was the receiver who made the catch and picked up the big first down for the Hornets.
Starts with that play action. Look how long he stays underneath with that running back. It opens up the passing lanes, and again, great catch. Goes up the sideline.
Saunders, the transfer from Virginia Tech. He's like 6 foot, 193 sophomore. In that Prairie View game last week, he had 120 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. So although he's been quiet today, what a huge game he had last week. First down, Stewart. Now he's going to have to run it, pulls it down, throws downfield, has his receiver, and a great defensive play over there, and it was almost intercepted after the tip by Michael King. And that young man already has 6 interceptions on the year and almost turned in number 7.
And you can see why, the talent level, why he has 6 interceptions. Look at him break on the ball, and he's trying to intercept it, not just knock it down. What a great defensive recovery there.
And you know what's interesting about Michael King? He was a wide receiver when the team went to camp this summer. He started camp as a wide receiver, and then they moved him to defensive back. And, boy, you talk about what a quick adjustment to that position. So on second down, he'll pass it again, and it's complete. Nice catch inside. Asa Gregg on the reception for the Hornets, and now all of a sudden they got the passing game in high gear.
Yeah, Greg did a great job of stretching out. Look at that. At the very top of his height, he was able to pull that thing down, and then he has the wherewithal to go ahead and run with it.
Yeah, Greg is 6'1", but he was probably about 6'4" on that catch. Great job hauling that one down. We're down to 1 minute, 10 seconds to go here in the half. And Alabama State in the middle of another good drive as we tick down close to a minute now and counting. So make it 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Ball resting at the 27. Stewart scrambles again out of the pocket. Going to throw off the run, and it's almost picked off. Almost caught in the end zone by Will Sparks. But then the defensive back had a good shot at it, too. That was just a dangerous pass throwing back over the middle.
Yeah, and you got King right there. I mean, he ought to be when you see number 5 sitting somewhere, you probably want to stay away from him. But on the run, he's throwing it up in there. A lot of traffic. That could be trouble.
Trying to hit Will Sparks on the play ball. Might have been a tad underthrown, which brought Michael King back into the mix on that one. So it brings up 2nd and 10. 48 seconds to go here in the first half.
See if they have that slot receiver just come down on a slant hard.
Stewart fakes to the running back, goes deep for the end zone. There's contact. It's going to be pass interference on the play, and the DB cannot believe it. But it's the Golden Tigers will be guilty of pass interference there. Looks like it was Christian Ramsey who was the guilty party. We need to check that. As our referee, Jarvis Walker, will give us the official call.
Boy, that's a tough one for a defensive back. I mean, to me,
pass interference. Defense, number 19. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So that would be Rossi Grimes is the guilty party on that pass interference.
Now again, watch the receiver run. He ran into him first and then came back. So, yeah, that's a good call. At first, when I saw that, it looked to me the receiver jumped into him, but he ran into him first, and then the receiver then tried to go through him to catch the ball, and that's going to get it every time.
That's why it's one of the toughest positions in football to play. You're on an island. You're over there by yourself, and if you can't get your head around and find that football, it's going to be pass interference most of the time.
Yeah, 100%. That's a good call there.
So now we're down to 41 seconds to go until halftime. Alabama State trying to pad their lead before the break. Stewart fires a strike. Ball, no, he didn't. Pumped it. And now it's caught. Touchdown. Wow. What a play in the end zone. He pumped the pass, threw the pass, it was tipped, and then it was caught by Isaiah Scott in the back of the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow. That's all I can say on that one, Butch, because you're right. I thought he threw the ball in the first. It was a good, hard pump, moved the defenders out of the way, and then drills it back down again. The ball's so, watch it come steaming out. Right there, all the defenders have to move, and then loads up again, cranks it down there. There's tons of traffic. And almost intercepted, but instead it's a touchdown.
Yeah, actually tipped up by the defense and then almost intercepted by the defense. And then it was Isaiah Scott who just ripped it away.
Yeah, it looked like Stanley Livingston, number 11, almost had a chance for an INT, just could not bring it in, and then lost the ball.
What a play by Isaiah Scott. Good concentration, and then watch his aggressiveness to pull the ball away.
Yeah, and then watch Livingston's right there, got it on one hand, and then pulls it right away, says, and then looks down on him and says, touchdown.
That's, well, you know what? Sometimes you get some good breaks on it. That's a great break for Alabama State, but a really good play by Isaiah Scott in the end zone, keeping his eyes on that one. I mean, we've seen Damon Stewart float some balls and maybe throw some balls in places where he really shouldn't have, but he's gotten away with it here in the first half.
Yeah, no, he has. I mean, and that's about probably the third time we've seen him throw into some serious traffic. And you're right. But, you make your own luck at times, and you trust players to make plays for you. And I always say it, great receivers, when you trust them, they're either going to catch it or knock it down. And right there, he said, I've got it.
Stewart with a 13-yard TD pass to Scott on the play. Isaiah Scott, and what a great catch it was, as you see Jaden John getting set to kick it off. 23 lead now. Alabama State out in front with 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Short kick, and it's going to be fair caught right around the 26-yard line. And so Tuskegee will take over with 30 seconds to go, and they're going to be interesting to see what they do here. That last scoring drive, 7 plays. It covered 70 yards, a couple of big drives. Took them 3 minutes and 15 seconds before that touchdown pass from Damon Stewart to Isaiah Scott. 13-yard reception for a touchdown. But there was a lot more going on in between that. It wasn't just your normal routine 13-yard TD pass.
No, what an answer there. And again, that drive started with Tuskegee trying to get a fourth down play, right? And they were in scoring, just short of scoring range for a field goal. They don't make it, and then Alabama State grabs it, goes the length of the field for a touchdown.
So the Golden Tigers will take over on offense here, and they go to their running game, trying to rip off something big before the end of the first half. Johnny Morris again on the carry. So Morris has had a big first half. He did not start this ball game, but because of the injury to Zena Malba, Morris has gotten a lot of looks here in the second quarter. So once again, they run it straight ahead. A flag goes down. That would have taken us to the half, but multiple flags were thrown on the play, so we'll have to see what Jarvis Walker and company, what they have with 5 ticks left on the clock.
Well, I'll tell you, I think, that's a little bit of a gift here. I think the defender literally ripped off the helmet of the offensive lineman with hands in the face mask.
Personal foul. Defense. Face mask. Number 6. 15-yard penalty. The offensive player can stay in the game due to his helmet coming off for the foul.
That was Jarvis Walker straightening that out for us. Let's take another look.
There you go. You're going to see it.
Oh, right there.
Yeah. He got all up in there and then just pulls it off. And anyone who doesn't have a helmet on knows it doesn't feel all that great.
Well, DeMarcus Cunningham got his hand in the face mask, and then it pops off there. So with 5 seconds to go, do you take a heave into the end zone? I mean, we just saw what can happen.
I think it put him in shape to be able to do that.
Hey, you never know. 5 seconds to go here in the first half. Bryson Williams trying to uncork one. Going to let it go deep for the end zone, and he did not give his guy a chance. Kind of threw that one out of bounds, and that will take us to the end of the first half, and that man has watched his team grab a lead here today. Jorge, give me some of your final thoughts here on the first half, some of your impressions.
Well, I think what Alabama State's done a really good job of, they've given opportunities and they've followed through on them, and they've scored. I mean, special teams has been special, exactly that. Well-rounded game, run game, and they've used the passing as great threat. They've done a really good job balancing. Tuskegee has to just they have to run some more play action. They have to do a little bit misdirection to be able to find some explosive plays.
20-3, Alabama State out in front. We'll be right back with your halftime report.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you, not one based on whatever this person is doing. Get a rate based on you with DriveWise and the Allstate app.
I am the ghost of Cashback Past, here to help you save with Rakuten. We'll shop the sales. Yes, and get up to 15% cashback on top of sales for even more savings. Sorry, got a little ghosty there.
Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. You got enough stuff in here to go camping for a week, right? We are not going camping for a week, are we?
No, we're not going camping for a week. Okay. But I do know a shortcut.
I don't know if we can make this. Don't you need an SUV for this?
Watch this. I got you, and Kona got me.
Okay, Hyundai.
I told you.
Do we really have to go hiking?
Girl, hiking is good for you.
For over 6 decades, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for everyone. Now through Wednesday, we're celebrating with great gifts at great prices throughout the store. Like women's Alfred Dunner fashion collections, half price. Half off a Presto Pizza Pizzazz, $44.99. And this Fisher-Price tractor gift set, $29.99. Rewards members save an extra $3. Plus, donate new unwrapped toys to Kids Helping Kids, and we'll match gifts up to $250,000. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone.
Hard to wrap, easy to give. Right now, save $20 on the BGA 57 handheld battery blower. Find something for everyone on your list. Find yours at SteelDealers.com.
Your car's steering wheel could be a literal ticking time bomb. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is calling for a recall of 67 million airbag inflators. At least 2 people have died so far. Others have suffered skull fractures, lacerations, and other injuries. If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, even if your accident was your fault, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Act now and do not delay.
Call or text 1-800-602-9800.
Or visit forthepeople.com to learn more.
Seamless modern client experiences that make doing your best work even easier. Meet the new ShareFile.
I'll show you a real alien popped out of a pod. He's a clone of my friend Carl. There's 2 Carls, Pod Carl and not Pod Carl. It's not a conspiracy or a theory. It's a proven fact. But I don't care. I want the truth to come out. Do you hear me?
Held your tongue at family dinner? There's an edible for that. Fruit was just the beginning. Get all kinds of deliciousness delivered in an hour or less at edible.com. See website for details and restrictions.
I saw him in the sky.
Happy kids heal faster. And that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Title Max got your money, your real money.
Get started at Title. Welcome back, everyone. We are at the half at the Turkey Bowl, Turkey Day Classic. As you can see there, the score 20-3. Alabama State out in front. They lead Tuskegee. This is the 99th Turkey Bowl, Turkey Day Classic.
You're just thinking of turkey. You're thinking of eating. That's what it is.
I got too much turkey on my mind. But I tell you what, something that's not a turkey at all. We're getting ready to watch some really good action, halftime action here as the marching Crimson Pipers from Tuskegee will perform here in the Turkey Day Classic, and this is an exciting band to watch, so we're going to let you, for your listening and viewing pleasure, check out the Marching Crimson Pipers. We are at halftime of the Turkey Day Classic. It's a 23 Alabama State lead. We'll be back with more of our halftime festivities in just a minute.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone? A better plan is Verizon.
No way they take this break.
Yes, they will in any condition. vacation. Get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch all on them.
Please forgive him.
It's all good, just a little awkward.
We'll wrap this up.
For a limited time, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. That's up to $1,700 in value. It's holiday every day with Verizon.
Go to Old Navy and you'll save a toboggan full of buckaroonies. It's a real bada bing, bada boom situation.
This Friday only, get deals for 50% off. That's 50% off, only at Old Navy.
Look, this deal is a steal. And so is the toboggan. I know because I stole it.
What happened? Well, when you opened up the Chewy box, you went a bit...
bonkers. That's one word for it.
I guess I blacked out. This is the best squeaky toy ever.
Probably shouldn't, but we did get you a few more gifts.
Honey. Ooh, there's more.
Chewy's prices were so great.
You don't need to explain yourself, Linda. Keep on saving.
Pets aren't just pets. They're more.
Well, I hope I got a leaf blower this year.
You got a turtleneck.
Unwrap the excitement this Black Friday with deals up to 50% off at Chewy.
Welcome to Ideation Station. As you write, Grammarly can suggest personalized ideas to kickstart your paper.
Definitely this one.
Interesting topic. Do you know where you want to take it next?
Yes, I can make this topic even more focused.
Let Grammarly create a customized research plan so you can get organized.
Perfect.
94% of students say Grammarly helps improve their grades. Download Grammarly for free.
Hey CoverGirls, let's be simply ageless.
With America's #1 anti-aging foundation and the skin-loving hyaluronic complex for instant wrinkle reduction and healthy glowing skin. Simply ageless from easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
For over 6 decades, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for everyone. Now through Wednesday, we're celebrating with great gifts at great prices throughout the store. Like these personal care holiday gift sets starting at $9.99. Half off this 4-piece cast iron skillet set. And Bluey talking plush toys or convertible play sets just $17.99. Plus, donate new unwrapped toys to Kids Helping Kids and we'll match gifts up to $250,000. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 Lifeguard Protection, only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the new Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response. Right now, get 50% off a new Simply Safe system so you stay safe 24/7. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's with the sandwich names?
Oh, they're just nods to my time in the Army.
Oh, but what's the Steven named after?
Steven is from Navy Federal Credit Union. They've been helping with my finances since I enlisted. You want another Steven?
Keep them coming, Hannah.
Okay.
Maybe someday I could get a sandwich named after me. No.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Welcome back to the Turkey Day Classic. As you can see, we were at the half, and Alabama State is out in front, 20-3 over Tuskegee. Butch Alcindor and Jorge Vargas with you here. Let's check out some news and notes from around the SWAC, brought to you by GM. First of all, congratulations to Jackson State's men's basketball team as they claimed a 73-72 upset over Missouri on Sunday. It was the first time they beat an SEC opponent for the program in program's history since a win over LSU back in '95. Also, how about the Grambling women in a win over Arizona State? They won that one 70-67 on a last-second three-point shot. A big win for Grambling, knocking off Arizona State. Of course, it was part of the Pac-12 SWAC Legacy Series. The win marks the first Power 5 victory from Grambling since 2018. And then some weekly bowling honors. Shamoria Johnson. We congratulate her. She was the SWAC Bowler of the Week for her impressive performance over the past week of competition. So congratulations to all. What a big week for the SWAC. And now, coming up, the SWAC Championship. Brought to you by Pepsi, the SWAC Football Championship, and sponsored by GM there. You can see it's going to be Prairie View A&M Hooray versus FAMU on December 2nd. That should be a whale of a game.
That is certainly going to be a good one. And again, Florida A&M has undefeated in conference play. They're coming with a ton of confidence. Prairie View A&M 6-2. They're going to be looking for the big upset. They're going to bring it all together, but it'll be a battle for sure, and the Rattlers will be trying to rattle their way to the championship there.
The Pepsi SWAC Football Championship presented by GM. And also, down the road a little bit, we have the Celebration Bowl on December 16th. That one will be at noon on ABC, of course. It will be the SWAC winner versus Howard. Howard will represent the MEAC in that one, and as we said, the SWAC will come down to Prairie View A&M or Florida A&M.
Yeah, it'll be a battle, whoever gets there for sure. Howard gets to sit and wait, probably heal some wounds, and make sure they get themselves all prepared. They'll be able to watch the game and get themselves rolling. But no doubt about it, it should be a battle in that one.
Okay, let's go down now and check out the mighty Marching Hornets from Alabama State.
Hey, Cover Girls, plant power It's a game changer.
Introducing the ultimate plant-powered mascara, Cleantopia. 300% extreme lush volume with 100% plant cellulose fibers.
Let's go to Cleantopia.
New Lash Blast Cleantopia from CoverGirl.
It's the Black Friday sale at Kay. Get unbelievable savings with 40% off fashion jewelry and 30% off bridal. Hurry in, these savings won't last long. Only at Kay.
What happened? Well, when you opened up the Chewy box, you went a bit
Bonkers. That's one word for it.
I guess I blacked out. This is the best squeaky toy ever.
Probably shouldn't, but we did get you a few more gifts.
Honey. Ooh, there's more.
Chewy's prices were so great.
You don't need to explain yourself, Linda. Keep on saving.
Pets aren't just pets. They're more.
Well, I hope I got a leaf blower this year.
You got a turtleneck.
Unwrap the excitement this Black Friday with deals up to 50% off at Chewy.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone? A better plan is Verizon.
For a limited time, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. Only on Verizon.
Join new Cracker Barrel Rewards, and you'll feel like a rock star.
You're always cooking up something.
Sign up and get an appetizer on us. Then, with every purchase, start earning rewards that you can redeem for entrees and shopping. And who doesn't love to rock a birthday treat?
I do love to rock.
Sign up for free today. Cracker Barrel Rewards, the rewards you crave.
The care you deserve.
Family feast, all worries forgotten. Broken fridge with food that is rotten. Holiday cheer for everyone. This blown fuse is no fun. Singing deck the halls. Leak in the walls. Luckily, American Home Shield is there to fix or replace covered parts of appliances and home systems to help you stay on course and budget. Protect what you don't expect. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Your car's steering wheel could be a literal ticking time bomb. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is calling for a recall of 67 million airbag inflators. At least 2 people have died so far. Others have suffered skull fractures, lacerations, and other injuries. If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, even if your accident was your fault, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Act now and do not delay.
Call or text 1-800-602-9800.
Or visit forthepeople.com to learn more.
Title Max got your money, your real money.
Get started at TitleMax.com and turn your title into real money.
I got $2,500 with TitleMax.com.
Most credit types accepted.
I got $8,700 from TitleMax.com.
All makes and models welcome. Visit TitleMax.com today to find out how much you can get and get your title back with TitleMax.
I got my title back with TitleMax.
Get your title back with TitleMax. I'll show you a real alien popped out of a pod. He's a clone of my friend Carl. There's 2 Carls, Pod Carl and not Pod Carl. It's not a conspiracy or a theory. It's a proven fact. But I don't care. I want the truth to come out.
We hope you are enjoying the band and the football game. The Turkey Day Classic 20-3, Alabama State in front. We'll be back with more of our halftime report.
I am the ghost of Cashback Past, here to help you save with Rakuten.
We'll shop the sales.
Yes, and get up to 15% cashback on top of sales for even more savings.
Sorry, got a little ghosty there.
You've evolved. You've changed. So have we. That's why new Dove Body Wash now has 24-hour renewing micro moisture for continuous care. New Dove Body Wash. Change is beautiful.
There are 5 days of the week. Friday, 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 and everyone's favorite, Friday. Sizzle, pork, and
Yes!
Oh, I'm so excited. You got enough stuff in here to go camping for a week.
Right?
We are not going camping for a week, are we?
No, we're not going camping for a week.
Okay.
But I do know a shortcut.
I don't know if we can make this. Don't you need an SUV for this?
Watch this. I got you, and Kona got me.
Okay, Hyundai.
I told you.
Do we really have to go hiking?
Girl, hiking is good for you.
20-3 at the half. Alabama State out in front in the Turkey Day Classic. I'm Butch Alcindor along with Jorge Vargas. Hope you're enjoying your Turkey Day. We are here today. We've got a pretty good football game. Let's start it out with some highlights. We'll see how we got to that 20-3 score. And it started out with a bang thanks to Robert McMinn, or as his teammates like to call him, Flash.
Yeah, because he flashed so fast. Before you know it, 15 seconds later, he is in the end zone. Look at him. He's just looking back saying, anybody coming? No, I'm going to glide in.
And then on the offensive end, some big defense coming up here by Bubba and company. Colton Adams with a big stop. But you know what? Tuskegee did get the running game for going for a little bit, but they would lose one of their top running backs, and that would hurt. And then this touchdown pass to Dylan Creech was really good right there for the Hornets. That was Damon Stewart. And then check out this pass reception here down the sideline to their top receiver, Antonio Meeks, for the Golden Tigers. And then the biggest turnover of the game, the only turnover of the game, as Stewart mishandled the handoff. And then watch this touchdown pass. This was a thing of beauty. Isaiah Scott just took it away in the back of the end zone. Great touchdown catch there. And Isaiah got to go on the sideline and celebrate a little bit. We are getting set now for the kickoff to start the second half of play. Jorge, give me some of your thoughts quickly on what do you think the coaches talked about at the halftime?
Well, Alabama State says, do what you're doing, right? We're doing it well. Let's keep Harriman defense, stay tough. I think for Tuskegee, they're saying, look, we've got to find a way to make the big play. And I think they're going to have to do it with maybe some screens and some good, solid play action. They can't run away from the runoff. Kind of my intended there on the run away from your run. They have to keep it solid enough, but use some play action and try to hit something deep. They've got to get those splash plays I talked about earlier. You got to go deep. You got to find something big. And then probably they need another turnover. I expect King to maybe do something if Alabama State keeps throwing that ball up in the air. King will find a way to get one of them interceptions.
Tuskegee actually had a couple of really good opportunities to get the ball into the end zone, and they just didn't do it. They missed a field goal. They made one. So they haven't really taken advantage of the opportunity they had in scoring position.
Yeah, and then that point where they were just outside of field goal range, had to go for it on fourth down, didn't complete that fourth down, and I think Alabama State went, the distance, ending with a touchdown, and that really hurt them.
Of course, Damon Stewart with the big first half with the 2 touchdown passes for the Hornets. One to Dylan Creech and the other one to Isaiah Scott. But both teams have run the football really well in the first half, so it'll be interesting to see if that continues here in the second half as we get set to get underway. The kick and SWAC football is underway here in the third quarter. The kick sails back down to about the 4-yard line, and that's going to be about it. Great coverage by Alabama State as they covered that kickoff. Let's take a look at now some stats from the first half brought to you by Pepsi.
Yeah, rushing yards. I mean, Tuskegee getting it done on the ground, no question about it, but they need to find some success in the air. 151 yards, actually out total yards, ASU, but they just need to get it in the end zone. Penalties are about even. Third down conversions, they got to be better with that. Tuskegee has to. And time of possession, Tuskegee with that run is owning that part of the game.
Yeah, that is surprising. They are dominating the time of possession there. But it's not showing up on the scoreboard.
Well, when they play, they're not in a hurry to go each play. They're very deliberate. They take their time in the huddle. They're not trying to speed play as it is.
So the Golden Tigers will go on offense first to start the second half. They go back to the run, and that's going to be a 3-yard gain inside.
And again, you can see they're not in a hurry. They're not trying to do what a lot of teams do, try to get a million plays off. They're just very deliberate, trying to make sure they get the play they want. They make adjustments at the line of scrimmage. They'll probably have to pick up the pace here soon.
We need to mention also that Aaron James, the head coach at Tuskegee, also doubles as the offensive coordinator. He has a passion for play calling, and so he likes to be in control of that aspect of the game.
That's the quarterback in him. Yeah. He always wanted to call his own plays, right? So now he's going to do it.
So second down, they go back to the running game. Great block at the point of impact there, and it's going to be a nice run by Zena Malba. Excuse me, check that. We're back to Johnny Morris again, number 27. Johnny Morris still in the backfield. No Zena Malba to start the second half.
Yeah, I think tight end DeAndre Harvey is one that helped explode that play and create the real big gap. Again, the big guys in the trenches have done really well, but right there, your tight end, when he's helping out like that, creating big lanes, that'll help every time.
1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers and the white uniforms as we start the second half. They trail 20-3 in the ball game. And they go back to that running game, but Bubba Adams is right there to meet Morris in the hole. Big tackle. I mean, that's a form tackle. That's the kind of tackle you have that you draw up when you're trying to show someone how to make a tackle.
Yeah, I mean, Adams is 6'1", 244, and he plays so much bigger. I mean, just watch him. Just freezes him out right there. Fantastic job.
Does a good job of also being in the right place at the right time. You can see him just reading his keys and getting in position to make a big play. So make it 2nd and 9 after that gain of 1 by Morris on the carry. He's going to hand it in. Tough yardage this time and nowhere to go for Johnny Morris. He's cracked down hard right there. Cunningham assisting DeMarcus Cunningham on the tackle.
I think you see Alabama State saying, okay, you guys have done well on the run. We're going to freeze you out now. We're going to make you have to throw it. If they can make them one-dimensional, I mean, that's what they're looking to do right now.
Well, the Hornets have come out intent on stopping the run here in the second half. Big 3rd down to get it started here for Tuskegee.
And again, their pace of play is not very fast. That's why their time of possession is so much.
Bryson Williams has gone all the way at quarterback. Of course, we expected to see Christopher Roberson at some point. Williams, the lefty, will pass. It got hit as he released. It's going to be intercepted. And it is intercepted. And here come the Hornets on the return. Boy, he got hit right as he released that. Cale Jackson Jr. on the INT for the Hornets in the all-black uniforms.
I thought they were going to knock the ball away from each other. You had 2 defenders running up there. I thought, they're going to wind up taking the ball away from themselves there. As the ball floats that high, and you're right, he got hit right as he was trying to release that ball. It went flying up in the air, and then 2 defenders go up to go get it. And Jackson Jr. came down with it. And again, he almost fumbled at the end, but a big, big job. There's flags on the play here. We'll see what they call.
Jarvis Walker.
He's giving us a silent treatment, Butch.
And now you see, he kind of froze out for just a second, but now you see Bryson Williams looking like he's walking back out onto the field. James Burgess there with Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. over on the Alabama State sideline. All right, here comes Jarvis Walker.
What a big call. Well, they'll still get the ball, so it was after the interception, so they'll still retain the ball.
So the possession remains. And then they go to the running game and some room inside for Jawan Howell, still on his feet as he spins. And he gets out of bounds at about the 15-yard line, but a big run by Jawan Howell, who starts the second half at running back for the Hornets.
Well, he was 2 of 17 in the first half for 8.5 yards a carry. And that one's going to help out a lot. Look at the balance right there. 2 huge runs where you see him just really maintain his balance, square up, and keep running.
Well, they play so many backs at Alabama State, you do have a chance to keep your legs fresh, and that's what we're seeing right now, some fresh legs from Howell. Takes the handoff again and goes forward for about 3 yards as they're inside the red zone, but he dove down to about the 13-yard line with 11:07 to go here in the third quarter. So that turnover is going to be big to start the second half.
And again, for Alabama State, it's okay. Let's close it out. Let's score. Let's get them behind. Let's handle our business.
Yeah, for Cale Jackson, that was his second interception of the year. the junior from Midville, Georgia. Watching his team on the offensive end now. Damon Stewart has it 2nd and 8 with the ball resting on the 13-yard line, and he goes to the jet sweep again. Trying to get loose is McMinn, and he dives to the 5-yard line. That's Robert McMinn, who's done a whale of a job on the return game, this afternoon. And there he was on the jet sweep.
Yeah, in the first half, he had 184 yards of total offense. That's pretty spectacular. Over 150 in returns. And again, that's a great job of patience running, right? Speed sweep. He just kind of tucks in there, waits for his little gap, then gets in there and gets some good yards.
Yeah, in the Hornets' final game of the year, Robert McMinn really putting on a show here. Now we have a 3rd down and short. Call it 3rd and 1 as Dylan Creech, the big fullback, checks in. They give it to Howell. Howell's going to have the 1st down, and he takes it all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Before that run, Howell was 4 carries, 41 yards. Over 10 yards of carry.
Just a great job up front by that offensive line. All you see is a hat on a hat when you look down in there.
Yeah, no, and you know, when there's left to take on, usually you want your running back to take one guy out, right? And it's their job to get rid of that guy, and they're doing it.
So 1st and goal for the Hornets. Give us to Howe. Goes off tackle. Dives for the end zone. He is very close. And it's a touchdown for the Hornets. The one official I was watching that was closest to the play did nothing. But everybody else was signaling touchdown there. So a great job. Just a great individual effort by Jawan Howell, the 6'1", 220-pounder.
Yeah, and I think it's the last-ditch effort right here. He's just going to start backing his way in, stretches out before his butt. Well, actually, he turns his whole hips. But he gets in there. Good job there. Of course, it's going to mess up his 10-yard to carry average, so I'm not sure he's happy about that one.
Oh, he'll take the touchdown. He'll trade it for the touchdown. No doubt about it.
He's down to 7.8 a carry.
So the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Good job as they drill that, and it gives Alabama State a 27-3 lead thanks to some big plays and then a power run by Jawan Howell.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Such players give it their all. But when I say player, I don't mean the ones with the ball. I mean the ones that play drums, the brass, the woodwinds. These players bring excitement to the stadium. Because for them, halftime isn't a break. It's game time. Pepsi is a proud supporter of HBCU students. Pepsi and HBCUs. That's what I like.
HBCUs are anchored by legacy. They nurture the talent and determination of their students and prepare them for a bright future. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program has and still believes in the excellence of HBCUs. Committed not just in speech, but through the revitalization and upgrades of the campuses these students call home. Building, planting, tilling the dream, all hearts and countless volunteers on the ground. Retool Your School. We're powered by purpose.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
We hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving Day. It's a 27-3 lead for Alabama State here at the Turkey Day Classic. And then you see the scoring drive from that last 2-yard touchdown by Jawan Howell. 5 plays, 37 yards. It took 2 minutes and 46 seconds at 37 yards because it came after an interception by Cale Jackson, his second of the year, that gave Alabama State some great field position before they took it in for that 2-yard touchdown.
Yeah, and that's just a great job of capitalizing on opportunities. I think you said it coming out of halftime. Is, good teams do that, and that's what they need to do is take care of opportunities. And they had an opportunity there. They're not just getting they get touchdowns. I mean, that's what you want to do. Capitalize all the way. Get yourself 7 points, not just 3. And again, once that happens, the game starts getting lopsided. Your defense is able to attack more. They have to throw the ball. For Tuskegee, they're going to have to take more chances. They're not going to be able to rely on their run. It just changes the dynamics of the game and the strategy.
And, of course, happy Thanksgiving to all of you at home. We've had our share of turkey here. We hope you did at home also. And then we also had some dessert, too, some potato pie, I saw. There were some cranberry cookies. There was another kind of pie, too, because there was a big debate about the pie.
Yeah, pecan, I think. We had
pecan, there you go.
Pecan pie, yeah. So, yeah, I'm having trouble.
We're going to have an exercise routine here for Jorge in just a minute here to get the blood circulating a little bit.
That's some stretch bands on.
So the kickoff, it goes over the return man's head and into the end zone. So Tuskegee will get the football and start 1st and 10. That was Jawan McGee back to return the kick. But the Golden Tigers will start 1st and 10 from their 25-yard line. And Jorge, is interesting to see. Do you think at this point Coach James may start going to more of a passing game as you watch Coach Robinson there on the sideline?
Yeah, no, I think he's going to have to, right? He's certainly going to have to. Again, I thought a screen would be nice, as you're still running. But right now, I think you're going to see Alabama State just pin their ears back and come at them. So, and they're going to have to get it going. They're going to have to pick up the pace. That's the very first thing they have to do is pick up the pace.
1st and 10 from the 25, and they go back to the running game. Johnny Morris is hit right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on that play, but you hit the nail on the head there. This is the time of the game that's a defensive lineman's dream.
Yeah.
Because you start at some point, you start to go pass rush first and everything else after that.
Well, and we were looking at Adams right there. The guy's a daggum tackling machine, and now you're just going to be able to send him left and right? You're just going to send them through gaps, do a lot of different stunts inside. That's when the D linemen start getting excited because they get to do some crazy stuff, right? And your linebackers love it because they got holes to come flying through. Delayed blitz, those type of things. And for Tuskegee, they're going to take advantage of it and hit a quick strike.
So they're going to roll out. Williams to his right completes his pass, and his receiver stepped out of bounds. That's number 85, Rashad Sager. And I think he might have been, it's going to be where they put it. It's going to depend on where they put it. He was very close.
What's funny is, actually, I think that was the one time they actually would have had a lot of room in the pocket, and they were rolling it. So they kind of rolled into where the pressure was coming from, which was interesting.
So 3rd down now, 3rd and a short 2 yards to pick up the 1st down for the Golden Tigers. Bryson Williams, the dual threat quarterback, has gone all the way in this game. He's only averaging 86 passing yards per game. There's a run by Morris that he picks up the 1st down for the Golden Tigers.
Now, see, I think they're going to repeat that play, but this time he's going to hang on to it and take off to his left. And maybe have a pass option on that, but I think you're right. He's a dual threat quarterback, and they really haven't used any of his runs at all. The one time I think they tried to use it was just great defense, and he had nowhere to go.
So Johnny Morris on the carry, just a sophomore running back. And then you have Zena Malba, who was injured earlier in this game, who's a freshman. So their backfield looks like it's in good shape for some time to come. 1st and 10 for Tuskegee. Williams has to keep it this time, and he gets down quickly after he picked up about 3 yards, maybe 4. Does a good job of sliding down there after the game.
He may have played some baseball. It's like, because that was, he slid right under the tacklers.
Pretty good looking slide.
Yeah, they only picked up 2 because I was going to say that it depends on whenever they slide. It's always interesting to see where they're going to spot it at. It seems different every time.
That's a good point. His favorite receivers today, favorite receiver, has been Antonio Meeks. Rashad Sager has caught a couple of them, but most everything's gone to Meeks, and they go back to the running game again, and that's what Morris can do. He can make you miss, and he made two people miss. And he's finally shoved out of bounds by DeMarcus Cunningham. But just like that, Johnny Morris showed that slash and dash as he got away from two would-be tacklers.
I'll tell you, and look at that little skip. You see that pause step right there? That cleared one, and then acceleration, skipping over another one. Fantastic job. He has been an absolute workhorse today, especially with Melba out. Excuse me.
Well, he's done a great job, the sophomore.
19 carries, Butch, 82 yards. That's working.
That's working hard for your money, but he's getting the job done with 5:24 to go here in the third quarter. Tuskegee's going to throw it this time. Flag goes down. Receiver still on his feet, caught, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. That is number 15, Antonio Meeks again, but the flag was thrown in the backfield. Jarvis Walker with the call.
Holding. Offense. Number 69. 2-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains. First down.
Damian Clark is the guilty party. He's the left guard. Let's take another look. Number 69.
Oh, yeah. He gets wrapped around him. Kind of blurred there, but you can see his arm was going out to really a tackle. I don't know if that was a hold.
Well, and this is what happened to Tuskegee in the first half. They would get something going. They would get the running game cranked up, and then you have a big penalty that pushes you way back and puts you in trouble. So now we're looking at 1st and 20 to keep this drive going. And it happened to them a couple of times when they were really rolling in the first half.
Yeah, because their running game is so effective. As long as they stay in the proper stance, they're in good shape. Once they get this way, it's hard.
They're going to pass it again to the wide receiver. Still on his feet, slips the tackler. And boy, he really turned that into a nice gain. And look at the offensive line, getting a lot of help from his big buddies to stretch that out into a big play.
Man, that can really inspire the rest of your team watching this kind of effort right here. And again, look, he just refuses to go down. Great move there. 1, 2, 3. And then watch his leg churn. And then right there, he just keeps churning, and then everyone starts to get in there and help him out. He got, another 8-10 yards?
Easy. And that was Corey Petty, number 12, using the leg drive there to set up a situation where now 2nd and 6 to go for a first down. So a really nice 14-yard play. They go back to the running game, and boy, nothing but black jerseys converge on number 27, Johnny Morris, and he just didn't have a chance to get started that time.
You know, and I'm really surprised he hasn't pulled one back and taken off, although coming off the edge there, if he'd pulled that back. I know, as hard as they're coming down, he may have some room.
Check that. That was Leverett in the backfield, Desmond Leverett, now in number 37 at running back, getting some of the work today. Which he's probably going to get more carries now since Malba doesn't appear to be in the mix anymore.
Correct. I mean, Morris he's been working.
3rd and 6. This is probably 2-down territory here if they do not convert here on 3rd down. Pressure on the blitz, but he got the pass off to the running back, and Morris is shoved out of bounds. He will be short by a couple of yards of the first down for the Golden Tigers.
And we saw Alabama State there. They were coming hard off that edge. And, again, it was a hidden blitz coming off that corner. And I thought, well, nice, they're going to dump it right over that corner. But they had the safeties and other DBs right there. Just a great job defensively.
That's a good point because Bryson Williams read it perfectly. He saw where the play, and that's what you're supposed to do, throw where it came from, and he did. And Morris comes up short because the safety, as you said, made such a great recovery. So 4th down and 4 yards to go now for the Golden Tigers. Bryson Williams getting his backfield set. Now he's going to throw. The lefty fires a strike and is picked off by the Hornets. Alabama State with another turnover in this game. Chauncey Moore, number 5, with the intercepted pass and a nice return for Alabama State. So Chauncey Moore gives the football right back to the Hornets. We're going to pause for a timeout after that big interception return.
You've evolved. You've changed.
Literacy, literally. Or Marvin P. who's empowering our youth with skills that bridge the opportunity gap. Or Jessica Johnson, whose dedication to dreams helps make college a reality. And many more. Check out their stories and help shape change. We are Solid Black. Join us and try another angle.
Huge play coming up.
Oh, wait. Talking about dropping the ball.
I got the score.
Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
HBCUs are anchored by legacy. They nurture the talent and determination of their students and prepare them for a bright future. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program has and still believes in the excellence of HBCUs, committed not just in speech, but through the revitalization and upgrades of the campuses these students call home. Building, planting, tilling the dream, all hearts and countless volunteers on the ground. Retool Your School. We're powered by purpose.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
And this was just a couple of minutes ago. Bryson Williams, that quarterback for Tuskegee, going to toss one he'd like to have back, but it was fourth down, so he had to let it go. And a good job by who, Jorge?
Chauncey Moore!
That's exactly the way the PA address announcer made the call in the stadium there. And now a little razzle-dazzle here, a wide receiver pass, and it's going to be, almost caught. For a second there, it looked like he was going to throw it out of bounds, but it was almost caught on the play. Michael King covering there, but he was trying to hit one of his receivers deep down the field.
Yeah, and I was surprised there was no interference. Watch it here. That ball's up there, and watch King. He pushes him out.
Tyree Saunders was the intended receiver.
Yeah, he couldn't have come in. His foot stepped out anyway. He wouldn't have been able to catch that ball, but there was definitely some contact there.
But they were trying to hit the dagger right there. I mean, that's what you go. You sudden change, and then you try to make the big strike. So Alabama State now on offense, going back to their running game, which has been very good here today. Marcus Harris on the carry that time.
Marcus Harris had a pretty good day here as well. 5.3 a carry. 4 carries, 21 yards. Again, the run game for both teams actually has been effective at times. And you just got to work off that run game and use open some things up. And I thought Alabama State's done a really good job with that.
You know, this is the Turkey Day Classic. A lot of festivities surrounding this, including the big parade that went through downtown Montgomery. Of course, that's always a big hit. Put a man in motion this time. Stewart looking to throw again. Off his back foot, completes it to Tyree Saunders, and he has a first down for the Hornets. So he's getting such good protection, he's having time to find the open guy.
Yeah, and again, it's you got a run game that's working. I will say this: I was a little nervous when he threw it because you called it perfectly. He was throwing out that back foot. He was reeling back. I'm like, how accurate is he going to be? But boy, he threw it right on a dime.
Stewart, the transfer from UAB. Over 1,500 yards for the season passing. Goes back to Harris, who's showing some of his power right there at the end of that run. Marcus Harris from Jackson, Mississippi.
This is, the part of a game you just got to pay attention to detail and just execute each play. You can't start thinking ahead. And for Tuskegee, they got to find a way to make a play. Someone over there's got to make a play.
Final 20 seconds of the third quarter here as the clock winds down. He puts Scott in motion, and he comes back to Harris again, and Harris not going to pick up much that time. A good job by the Tuskegee front, as they made a big stop, and the clock is going to be stopped now with 4 seconds to go here at the end of the third quarter. Some of the young men saying hello to each other down on the field.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, just saying hello. What are you going to do tonight? You got some turkey left? Come home. My place, we'll share some turkey.
That's right.
And Jarvis Walker is going to come in and have the final say here, as he's talking to both sides. And he said, you guys need to, let's get back to playing some football.
I think he said there's enough meat to go around, gentlemen.
Yeah. There was a flag on the play, by the way, folks. There was a penalty flag on the play.
I was told earlier you better gobble, gobble, gobble till you wobble, wobble, wobble. And that's still
Results of the play, the one was short of the line in the game, it would be third down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 49 and number 58, offense. They're the first unsportsmanlike fouls of the game.
So that's Noah Holton for Tuskegee.
So basically, after the play, they're not worried about what happened after that. They'll roll.
Yeah, and then B.B. McLeod was the offensive lineman. Oh, there it is right there.
That was a face mask bump.
And you see Coach Aaron James. That's now the quarter. We are at the end of the third quarter. We got a 27-3 game. Coach Aaron James and the Golden Tigers trail because the Hornets are being opportunistic here in the second half.
I am the ghost of Cashback Pass, here to help you save with Rakuten.
We'll shop the sales.
Yes, and get up to 15% cashback on top of sales for even more savings.
Sorry, got a little ghosty there.
You've evolved. You've changed. So have we. That's why new Dove Body Wash now has 24-hour renewing micro moisture for continuous care. New Dove Body Wash. Change is beautiful.
Go to Old Navy and you'll save a toboggan full of buckaroonies. It's a real bada bing, bada boom situation.
This Friday only, get deals for 50% off. That's 50% off, only at Old Navy.
Look, this deal is a steal, and so is the toboggan. I know because I stole it.
Spam in a taco? Pork favor. Sizzle, pork, and
Eat well the easy way with chef-crafted recipes from HelloFresh, designed to support a range of wellness goals. Enjoy calorie-smart lunches and dinners under 650 calories, or boost your protein intake with protein-smart meals featuring 38+ grams per serving. And if you're looking to eat more veggies, don't miss HelloFresh's new mouth-watering vegan options. It's time to take the work out of eating well. Go to HelloFresh.com/Hulu Breakfast and use code Hulu Breakfast to claim this Black Friday offer.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 LiveGuard protection only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the new Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response.
Police have arrived. Your home is safe.
Right now, get 50% off a new Simply Safe system so you stay safe 24/7. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Meet Avocado's best-selling green mattress. Made with certified organic cotton, wool, and latex. Plus pocketed coils to support your body's natural curves for cool and restorative sleep. Featuring a 1-year in-home sleep trial. Complete your bedroom oasis with organic pillows and bedding. Shop today with Avocado Green. Proud supporter of 1% for the planet.
Always lived in California, but never did take up surfing until just a few years ago. A surf session can be pretty physically demanding, and balance in nature helps me do that. I love being out on the water. I don't want to slow down. I plan on surfing until I'm 80, and I don't think I would be able to surf every day if it wasn't for balance in nature.
Start your journey to better health today. Go to balanceofnature.com to get your special offer when you order as a new preferred customer.
You really think you can get me to like dark chocolate?
And you see the sun setting on a beautiful Thanksgiving Day in Montgomery, Alabama, as the annual Turkey Day Classic. A lot of fans on hand pulling for the Alabama State Hornets. You can see they're very happy right now because their team is out in front, 27-3.
See, they're dancing because you know what? Round 2 of Turkey's coming.
Yeah.
Round 2, they got a morning, little jump, go to a game, get it on, and after it, you go back and you start cleaning up.
Maybe my favorite holiday of the year.
Oh, it is.
And it's because of the turkey and all the trimmings and all of that stuff. And you get to see some family and it's a great time.
100%. And again, like I give a lot of respect to our team here. You know, everyone discuss what you're thankful for, and that it is a time to reflect. Wherever you're at, there's things to be thankful for. And I think that's the beauty of a Thanksgiving. Just take a moment of pause and just figure out what you're thankful for.
Always. And there you see Keyshawn Johnson talking to Damon Stewart on the sideline, maybe helping him out. Keyshawn Johnson, the number 1 receiver for Alabama State, unable to play today, but you can see him still contributing, talking there to Damon Stewart on the sideline, maybe giving him some tips about where the receiver might be in whatever situation.
Yeah.
So 3rd and a short 1 coming up, 145 yards rushing for Tuskegee. They're trying to stop this run now. Oh, wow, that's Harris. He's cracked down. He's going to be very close.
It looked like an easy first down for a minute, and then he just chopped down like chopping a tree down, didn't it?
Yeah, then a good tackle was made.
I don't think he got there.
By the Golden Tigers. It didn't look like it initially, but we will see whether or not Jarvis Walker and company, will they bring out the sticks to measure.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah.
Number 3. Player was in the neutral zone at the time of the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, that takes care of that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what. Yeah, you see him run up there, and he's already in the neutral zone, leaned over.
Wow, and you hate to see a mistake like that because you just had an outstanding defensive play by Taquan Kimber coming up to stop him. He would have been short of the first down. It would have forced the 4th down situation, and they probably would have had to go for the field goal. Instead, it's a 1st and 10 situation now. You have the ball just right outside of the 10-yard line. Do the Hornets. Stewart's going to pass it as he rolls to his left, looking in the end zone. Now he can't get it off, under pressure. Stewart still alive, fires into the end zone, and he has an open receiver, and it's a touchdown for the Hornets. It's Asa Gregg, number 85, who made that catch. And what Stewart did was just buy himself enough time until Gregg could break open.
I mean, that was just great movement by him. I mean, he just kept looking down the field, made great decisions, right? He's heading outside. And again, he's a right-hander trying to roll to his left, so that's always tough. And then he comes back to his right, just collects himself, keeps his head up, and then drills a perfect strike for the touchdown.
Asa Gregg, the 6-foot, 179-pound freshman from Daytona Beach, with a touchdown for the Hornets. The extra point attempt now sails through the uprights. And the Hornets now lead it 34-3 over Division II Tuskegee in the Turkey Day Classic.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Such players give it their all. But when I say player, I don't mean the ones with the ball. I mean the ones that play drums, the brass, the woodwinds. These players bring excitement to the stadium. Because for them, halftime isn't a break. It's game time. Pepsi is a proud supporter of HBCU students. Pepsi and HBCUs. That's what I like.
Doritos created Solid Black in 2021 to help fuel the initiatives of black leaders seeking to real change. This year, Solid Black is welcoming 16 new change makers to the program. We are Solid Black.
Huge play coming up.
Talking about dropping the ball.
I got the score. Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
34-3, Alabama State in control of the Turkey Day Classic versus Tuskegee right there as you see the Tuskegee band playing on. We take a look at that last scoring drive, 5 plays, 45 yards, 2 minutes and 48 seconds before the touchdown pass from Stewart to Gregg. Asa Gregg, 10 yards, but what you don't see on that description is that Stewart ran around for about 7 seconds before he found Gregg open in the end zone.
Just great awareness. I mean, honestly, it was just, and again, I mentioned it quickly, but I mean, when you're a right-handed quarterback, you know, kind of wheeling the other way, it's kind of hard to square your shoulders and throw. Didn't see anything, had to turn back around, and made a great throw.
So Alabama State getting set to kick the football away. It is number 7, Karan Taylor, awaiting the kick return. Of course, he has that jersey rolled up on the front. Wasn't sure what the number was. I'm not sure how that helps you. I've got to ask somebody about that.
It's just style points, I think, is what he's going after. Maybe he's not showing his abs, so I'm not quite sure what that's about. But
number 21, Jaden John will kick it off here in the fourth quarter. And Tuskegee will take over the football in a minute here. John with the kick deep. And a big hit as the return man. That is number 6, DeJuan McGee, trying to get around the outside. Took a couple of licks. Didn't really get much out of that, except some unwanted punishment.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the special teams, truly for Alabama State, they have not made one mistake. They've done their coverage, kickoff, and punt have been fantastic. The tackling's been great. And, of course, you know, the return to start the game off was absolutely great. But all the returns, they've had, you know, great yardage in special teams.
I think you just put your finger on something there because Coach Rob talked about he wanted to see a good special team performance, and that's what we got. You mentioned the returns, but it's not just that. They've been great covering the kicks also. And they've just done a super job with the special teams. They've done a great job punting the football. It's just been a complete game for the special teams involvement today, and there's going to back that up after the penalty on the play.
You know, as a coach in any team you're dealing with, what do they always say? The big thing is they always say, let's get better every single week. Not sure what that flag was for, but back to Tuskegee up.
Yeah, it backed up the Golden Tigers. They'll go back deep into their own territory, and they come back to Johnny Morris, who's trying to get outside, and he can't make it because of a great play by Chauncey Moore. So he got the interception on the last possession, and now Chauncey
Moore
with a great tackle in the backfield, and Johnny Morris is going to leave the ballgame.
He has had some work, and it has been rough. A rough day for him. A good day for him, but very, very hard. 105 yards rushing, 5.3 a carry. That's a heck of a day.
So the Golden Tigers hand it off again, and it's going to be a loss of about 2 more in the backfield. Just a great job there by that defensive line. 95, Janeel Brown comes up with a big stop in the backfield.
I bet you he can eat some turkey himself right there.
Janile Brown, excuse me.
Maybe a Holter.
Well, he came in, made a big play. Now he jogs off. That's how you do it.
Yep.
So 3rd and long. Let's call it 3rd and 15 to go for the first down. Number 37, Laverette in the backfield, along with Bryson Williams. And Bryson gives it straight ahead again, and you can see the Hornets just shooting the gap there, making play after play. John Smith Cobb on the stop that time.
I like this PA announcer. He says, "You're going the wrong way."
He's got a little personality there.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a little personality. So that's going to bring up 4th down now.
And again, you can see Tuskegee's just in no hurry. They understand where this game's at.
Well, you got Ryan Duff standing in the back of the end zone now. We're getting set to punt the football away. And this is where Robert McMinn could be really dangerous if he's back there. Let's see, the kick is going to be short off the side of the foot. Well, I don't know if that was blocked or not. It may have been blocked by the Hornets. And, we were talking during one of the breaks how the Hornets have excelled at blocking kicks. And now they're going to give the ball to the Golden Tigers.
The ball was touched more than 3 yards down the field by the defense. Then recovered by the kicking team. Therefore, the ball will be first and 10 at the spot of recovery, Tuskegee.
So after the block or after the bad punt, whichever one, whether it was caught or not, they said one of the defensive guys from Alabama State touched the ball. And after he touched the ball, Tuskegee recovered it, allowing them to maintain possession. Let's take a look.
Was it touched?
Yep, it might have been touched right there. Might have got a fingertip on it. You never could say it was very close.
But if it's blocked, you can touch it.
But maybe he didn't touch it. He was very close to getting that one. Either way, it's going to end up with Tuskegee with the football, and they will get to continue this drive. So that's a very good point. So maybe he didn't touch it, and then the first player to touch it after it bounced was one of the defensive players on the return.
And you can understand defensively, I would have thought a punt like that trajectory the way it was, it had to be touched, right? I mean, it was only like a 5-yard punt.
Well, we can take it. We're going to go to break, and we'll be back with more in just a minute.
It's the Black Friday sale at Kay. Get unbelievable savings with 40% off fashion jewelry and 30% off bridal. Hurry in, these savings won't last long. Only at Kay.
This is Carl. He never really thought much of his credit scores. Well, until he got Credit Karma and used his scores to move on up. By putting in the work to improve his scores, he got access to a better credit card. And that sofa she liked. Ooh, is that Saffron Sunrise? And when it came time to buy a home of his own, Credit Karma helped him take things to the next level. Just in time. Intuit Credit Karma. Download the Money app where your hard work pays off.
You really think you can get me to like dark chocolate?
Without a doubt.
Won't it taste bitter?
Not this dark chocolate.
Now what?
We wait.
I can't. It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I told you it wasn't bitter.
From the Lindt Master Chocolatier, discover excellence. Expect delicious.
Meet Avocado's best-selling green mattress. Made with certified organic cotton, wool, and latex. Plus pocketed coils to support your body's natural curves for cool and restorative sleep. Featuring a 1-year...
Head coach Aaron James of Tuskegee, happy to have the football back. after the bad punt attempt. So Tuskegee, the Golden Lions, will have a new set of downs as they get ready to go back on offense again. And they go back. No, they fake it. Good fake inside. And now Williams is going to unload deep down the field. Has a man down there. There was some contact. And here comes the laundry. It's going to be pass interference as he was trying to hit somebody deep down the field. That was number 27 on the coverage, James Burgess.
Pass interference. Defense, number 27. 15-yard penalty. First down.
I think that was Antonio Meeks he was intended for, right? And I think Meeks did a great job of making the foul. Watch, he's going up top. He's getting pulled on, and then he comes back for the ball, making them throw the flags.
Yeah, he did. That's a great job by Antonio Meeks working back to the ball, because I don't know if there would have been a penalty on that play had he not come back so forcefully there trying to make the play. So Williams does a good job. Why not take a chance, put it up there, see if something good will happen?
And I think Meeks did a great job of throwing that hand up in the air, saying, "Look, this is where this is where I'm at." I always say some receivers don't make themselves available, and as a receiver, you've got to give your quarterback a target that's easy to read. Some people always like, "Well, why is he always throw to a certain receiver?" You know why? Because he can read that receiver. He understands where he wants the ball.
So the 15-yard penalty takes the ball up to the 29-yard line. Another first down for the Golden Tigers. Pressure on Williams this time. Fires a strike. He was trying to hit his receiver, crossing right over the middle. It was Meeks again, but that one was almost picked off.
Sure was, but he's locked on to Meeks. I mean, you're going to see Meeks double covered the rest of this game because they're not going to let him go because he's the real dangerous weapon they do have. He's got to find someone else that's crossing underneath Meeks, let Meeks take the top, and have someone dragging right below him and dump that ball down to him, see what he can do.
And that's exactly what Amon Scarborough was thinking there. You could see him. He was number 11 in the middle of your screen, and he could see Meeks all the time, and he was not going to get beat deep. He just leaning to that side of the field, and he kept backtracking, and he was in great position when that ball was thrown. So on second down, Golden Tigers again. Williams scrambles out of the pocket, tracked down from behind. We have 11:27, 25 to go here in the fourth quarter.
I think that's the first time I can recall Williams getting away for some positive yards, right? Been sacked once.
And then now it's going to bring up third down and about 3 to convert and keep this drive going. So 3rd and 3 for the Golden Tigers. And Williams is going to throw if he can. He had Bubba in his face, and that's going to be an incomplete pass as he threw it in a crowd. But Bubba Adams was right back there in his face, man. There are no easy passes when Bubba Adams is on the field.
I was watching him line up, and I'm like, he's coming. There's no way in the world he is not coming off that edge. And that snap, and he was just off and running. And you've got to account for that, man. He is coming.
And that was Jacoby Robinson who got a hand on that pass. The coach's son who made a good play breaking that up. They threw it back over the middle, but now it sets up a punting situation for Ryan Duff and the Golden Tigers. So Duff has no pressure on him at all. Gets the kick away, drives it toward the sideline. You know what? And that's something you think they might have done earlier in the game with Robert McMinn back there as a return. But it's been all Alabama State. It's 34-3 Hornets.
At Cracker Barrel, 'tis the season for holiday traditions and cinnamon rolls turned pie. Our cinnamon roll pie breakfast is warm, gooey, glazed, and starts at just $8.99. And try our turkey, crispy, country fried, and smothered with gravy. Only here for a limited time. Cracker Barrel. Take care now. Plus, share the home-style holiday cheer with Cracker Barrel Catering and welcome your guests while we do the rest.
It's on Poshmark?
It's here.
And it's half off.
Shop secondhand Sunday to slay your holiday list and have a chance to win big.
Yes, Poshmark. I knew Poshmark would have it. They're perfect.
Download the app to start shopping today.
Sometimes I need to paraphrase.
It's easy to make your work clearer and more concise. They're still your ideas, just shorter.
We'll definitely stay under the time limit this time. Better. Now, the biggest part of this assignment is making the pitch compelling for the judges.
You can use Grammarly to make your sentences more engaging, confident, and persuasive.
This is perfect.
94% of students say Grammarly helps improve their grades. Download Grammarly for free.
Big matchup this week. I can't begin to imagine what's going through his mind.
Let's get it. How about for 16 passing the ditch of D5? No, that's not a challenger. I get some members with me in the freaks, get coat seats, they some cannibals.
Either way, Joe Burrow is hip.
This year, take the time to melt into your holiday moments with Lindor. Irresistibly smooth chocolate from the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
At Avocado, we have a few ideas for the perfect gift. The right gift will bring joy.
Outdoors, official sporting goods and outdoor retailer of the SWAC. Home Depot, proud sponsor of the SWAC, and by Nike. And you see some of our crew there saying happy holidays and happy Thanksgiving and all of that stuff. One of those guys, Jacob Marshall, he and his wife are expecting soon. He's on camera one today. So congratulations, Jacob, as we pick up the Hornets with the football and they complete a pass to Howell, the running back. Got out of the backfield, made the catch on the pass. That'll be our first down as he got the yardage he needed there. Alabama State has done a good job on every aspect of the game today.
It's been a complete game, and again, as a coaching staff, what do you want to do? Get better every game, every week, right? Put it all together. This is one of those games they've done at the end of the year, and that's a big deal for a coaching staff. Congratulations.
That pass was on first down, so now we have second down coming up, and Howell is caught. Maybe he got a yard on the play, but a good stop. Hit in the backfield before he finally goes down. So it's going to be third down coming up for the Hornets.
Yeah, this is certainly where both teams actually are very predictable. They're going to run, and just try to close out this game, keep everyone healthy, trying to get them injured. But you know, you pointed at just a perfect game. Special teams, defense, offense, very, very balanced. I mean, nothing off the stats jumps off of you for Alabama State, but they've taken advantage of every opportunity.
Alabama State came in today with a 6-4 overall record. Tuskegee was 7-3 as they try to pass it on third down. But Stewart is going to have to run. He keeps, and he is forced out of bounds.
Quarterback keeper on the play.
Good pressure on the play, forced him out of the pocket, and we will see where they put it down.
Gain of 10 on the play.
Gain of 10 should be enough for the first down. It's a first down. I love watching this. I'm fascinated with the chain gang at every game we do. It's just to see, because we have a different chain gang every week, and they have a different philosophy every week.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to put it.
So 1st and 10 on the scramble by Stewart as he picks up the first down. Stewart this time with a little roll to his right, cranks it up, has an open receiver. That is Will Sparks, and he has another first down for the Hornets.
Love that, a philosophy of 10 yards at a time.
Complete to number 83, Will Sparks, resulting in a
So Sparks with a nice catch there.
First down brought to you by Attorney Brendan Price Law.
Yeah, I mentioned Tuskegee was 7-3 overall. Alabama State 6-4 overall. These two schools only about 40 miles apart, so that's where the rivalry comes in itself, that they're so close.
And again, when you're like that, they run into each other. They got to know each other. There's probably plenty of people that know each other on both sides. Love playing against each other.
Recruit the same players.
Yep.
And that's a run up the middle by Harris.
Handoff on the play by the Hornets. to number 26, Marcus Harris II.
Marcus Harris had a pretty nice ball game, too.
Yeah.
Second down.
And 6 yards a carry. Just 30 yards, but when he touches it, he's effective.
He's definitely been effective today with the football. And Damon Stewart's done a good job of managing the game. And the only mistake I remember is when he missed the handoff and he fumbled the ball, and Tuskegee recovered the ball. So he's done a really good job of managing the game and not making any really big mistakes. So Stewart under pressure, and he's taken down. Back there in the pocket, and they go to the blitz. And it's number 49. That's Noah Holton getting in the backfield and coming up with a sack on the play, the 6'3", 190-pounder from Snellville, Georgia.
You know, that was a good job of just taking the sack, not doing anything crazy. Just take the sack, move on to the next play, keep the clock rolling.
Third down, 15 yards to go. Ball at midfield.
We mentioned that Eddie Robinson's in his second year as head coach, and this year he's going to finish off with 7 wins. They're going to end up being 7-4 when this is all said and done. Stewart again under pressure, and a flag goes down as he scrambles out of the pocket, still on his feet. Stewart does a good job of picking up the real estate, but this one was thrown in the direction of where they usually call holding.
Yeah, and I think that was the misdirection for him as a lineman. You think your quarterback's on one side, then he switches, and then you try to hang on to that defender, and you wind up with a hold.
They lost 8 yards on that sack the play before by Holton.
Holding. Offense, number 55. 10-yard penalty remains. Third down.
55, Joshua Daniel, the guilty party, called for holding on the play.
Yeah, it is tough when you're an offensive lineman and you've got a scrambling running back sometimes, and you assume they're going to be a certain side, and defenders, you're working them one way, and then the defender goes, oh, I'll go that way, and you're like, oh, maybe he's over here, and you kind of grab someone. That happens quite a bit.
Well, and this is about the time in a ball game when some of the seniors realize this is our last game of the year, you know, and they want to be on the field, and they want to play, and they want to contribute. So 3rd and 25 here. Pass is complete and caught. A good catch by Tyree Saunders as he hauled it in. He needed 25, and I think he got it.
Zeus put it right on the dime there, too. Bam, right in there, too. Yeah.
So first down for Saunders. He's had a nice game, too. They've shared the wealth very well today. The transfer from Virginia Tech. Also had a cup of coffee at East Carolina. So he's one of those guys, even though he's a sophomore, he's been around a little bit.
You know, we're seeing that more and more. A lot of these guys travel.
Yeah, that play was good for 28 yards. So just enough to get the first down and keep the clock moving and keep the football. So they go to Harris straight ahead, and not much going on for Harris right there. Number 98, Terrence Mays on the stop for the Golden Tigers.
Yeah, what's interesting, you pointed out just a second ago, Butch, is that right now, when you got a game that's this far away, you got plenty of time to realize this is the last time I'll put pads on. For, you know, probably 98% of these guys, 95%. Last time not only just playing the game, but you'll never put pads on again, you know, and play. And that's a tough reality. A lot of guys will give it a shot, but, you know, some will, some won't. It's just it's tough for a team.
2nd and 7, and Stewart looking to throw it again. Down, has a man open, completes the pass to Will Sparks, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. So another first down for the...
And honestly, you know, no one wants to see flags. But you're right. You know, I think you mentioned that the offensive coordinator is trying to see a bunch of different things. I think when you get a game that's going so well, you don't want to just stop. You want it to keep going, right? You want that to...
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Personal foul, face mask, number 69. Appeals decline. Holding, number 77. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains second down.
So holding, that is Zyterio Lee the guilty party there. As you can see, they've inserted some of the backups on the offensive line. We got some guys seeing some action for the first time today.
Sure. And that's what you want to do, right? Get some guys out there. But they've got all their skill players seem to be still rolling. Again, this kind of confidence can carry on throughout your program and then the next season. And
The holding was enforced because they went in the line of scrimmage.
So they're trying to get the ball spotted here. Of course, don't forget the SWAC championship game coming up on December 2nd in Tallahassee. Florida A&M taking on Prairie View A&M. Should be a great game. Coach Bubba McDowell has his team. Great comeback to win the West. You got Willie Simmons, who had a dominant team for most of the year over in the East, setting up to be quite a showdown for the SWAC championship. As you see on the field there, Jarvis Walker trying to get everything straight.
Yeah, Florida A&M, they are a really, really complete team and have played that way offensively and defensively the entire season long. That's why they haven't lost in conference play, and they're certainly looking to close out with that SWAC championship and then move on into the Celebration Bowl.
We'll take a timeout and come right back.
At Cracker Barrel, 'tis the season for holiday traditions and cinnamon rolls turned pie. Our cinnamon roll pie breakfast is warm, gooey, glazed, and starts at just $8.99. And try our turkey, crispy, country fried, and smothered with gravy. Only here for a limited time. Cracker Barrel. Take care now. Plus, share the home-style holiday cheer with Cracker Barrel Catering and welcome your guests while we do the rest.
Is HelloFresh worth the price? Absolutely. Cooking with HelloFresh.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to go right to work. Alabama State with the football. And they go back to the run, just straight ahead. And we're going to see a lot of that right now. After the penalty was assessed against the Hornets, it backed them up. So going to put them in a situation where it's going to be third and pretty long to keep the football as we're under 4 minutes to go in this game right now. On the other side for Tuskegee, Coach Aaron James in his first season. And, it's going to be a very successful season for them also. Even though they lose today, they still finish at 7-4 overall. So that's a pretty successful season. And it's great to see him back coaching his alma mater, a place where he was the quarterback back in 98 to 2001.
30-second timeout. Alabama State.
And now Alabama State's going to stop the clock, which is unusual with 3:23 to go, with the lead that they have in this ball game. We'll be back in a minute.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Let's take a look now at tonight's Player of the Game presented by Gatorade. None other than Alabama State quarterback Damon Stewart. Check out his numbers, 11 of 16 for 179. A really good game for him, but the most impressive thing, 3 touchdowns, and he completed 69% of his passes. Our Gatorade Player of the Game.
And no interceptions, Coach. Keeping it clean, like you said a minute ago. His only mistake was that little missed fumble there, and I think it was just a miscommunication on if the running back knew or not. Been a solid leader. No eye-popping numbers, but again, you're leading your team to victory and keeping it balanced. That's great.
So he comes back, fakes the pitch, gives back inside to Juwan Howell, and Howell has shown that aggressiveness all day. He has another first down. He's just a tough guy to bring down, tough guy to tackle.
Yeah, it's tough. And again, I like that play, though. It was a fake pitch one way and then just kind of counter back the other way. And he's smiling. You know, this is the kind of time when you're like, oh, this is just too good, right? And he's probably, about 55 yards, I think, on the day. 65 yards, 8.1 a carry for Howell.
Yeah, it picked up 20 yards on that rush, and the beauty of it was, you're exactly right. They faked the pitch to him, and then he comes back the other way in almost like a counter-like motion after the fake toss. So a first down and 10 now for Alabama State. We're down to 2:34. Ball is loose, and for the second time today, our Gatorade Player of the Game, Damon Stewart, lost the handle of that football, but this time he did recover for Alabama State.
Now he's going to say he was just taking a knee. Just taking a knee.
Well, big number 54, Desmond Penn, stepped on his foot as he tried to pull away there. And that's always going to give you some problems inside.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll get you.
You know, this game is always such a big game for both of these teams. Really enjoyed our conversations this week with both coaches, Coach Eddie Robinson and, of course, Aaron James for Tuskegee. Nice spin move by Howell, still on his feet, man. He wants to get another touchdown as he breaks tackles. And when you look at it, two young coaches, one is in his first season and the other one is in his second season. Two young coaches that you can probably project that are going to be very successful in their careers.
Well, they're establishing great cultures. They have a lot invested in their league or their school and their conference, and I think that's great. I mean, because when your coach buys in fully to where you're at, it's easy for players to buy in, and I think that's just huge for both programs.
Third down, and the handoff on the jet sweep is around the outside and into the end zone for the touchdown to T. Lee, who came around on that jet sweep, took the handoff, and then took it in for the touchdown for Alabama State.
Wow.
I think we got our camera guy on that.
Yeah, I mean, look at that, though. I mean, it was great blocking down the field, and again, shows his speed. Redshirt sophomore, time Arizona State came over here. From Beaufort, Georgia.
Stuart McCall for the point after.
So Stuart McCall on the field trying to get the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and it is perfect. We got 1:04 to go. And Alabama State up in this one.
It's like what you call bourbon sauce on your pecan pie. Is that what that touchdown was?
Happy Thanksgiving to you, young man. He's having a great time on the sideline. Having some fun.
Oh, he's chest pumping. Look at him.
Watching Alabama State kind of pour it on here late in the game. See Coach Rob talking to McCall. Stuart McCall there. It was interesting that he planned to use all three kickers in this game. And I don't know if I've seen Baylor Cannon today, but we've definitely seen Stewart and Jaden John. Stuart McCall, they've definitely gotten in and done a job. But I like what Eddie Robinson has done in just a short period of time at Alabama State.
Like I said, it's a culture change, and you can just a calming effect. And again, if your team starts the season and gets better every game, and again, defensively, they were consistent all season long. I think the game against Prairie View is really the kind of only time they kind of gave up those kind of yards or had some issues. They've been really solid all season long, and so to see that, and then to see a game like today, and again, I think special teams, when they look at what happened here, it really started the game off with a flair, and then every element of special teams has been fantastic.
That last touchdown by T. Lee was good from 14 yards out, 14-yard touchdown run. As you see, the fair catch made. And so the Golden Tigers will once again go on offense with 1:04 left to go in this ball game.
Yeah, it's ready for party time, I believe.
Well, if you're the Golden Tigers, you can watch head coach Aaron James right there. He said, it doesn't matter what the score is, fellas. Let's just go out and finish this thing the right way.
It'd be interesting if they just take a knee or they go ahead and run it.
We had fun talking to him about his offensive philosophy, and he talked about how much he does have that passion for play calling. And unlike some, he only scripts 10 plays to start the game because he wants to see where the flow is and to jump right into that as far as his play calling is concerned. So they go back to the run. Leverett on the carry. Desmond Leverett getting his shot in the ball game now.
Great job by the ref there. Just kind of, guys are frustrated at this point, especially on the Tuskegee side. And I think the ref didn't throw a flag there. Just got in there and just calmed them down and didn't let anything explode there and let this game end in a good note. And I think that was a great job by the ref.
Leverett, number 37, only had like 75 yards rushing this year. He's gotten some carries of late. He's another one of those running backs that has come on strong for the Golden Tigers. Down to the final 18 seconds now. In this ball game, the Turkey Day Classic in Montgomery, Alabama, as it's ticking down now. Final 5 seconds. And that's going to do it. The clock hits 0, and that is the end of the ball game. Jorge, let me get you to put a bow on this one and kind of wrap things up for us here.
Well, I just think fantastic job by Alabama State closing out the season so strong with a win like this. Very complete. Congratulations to their staff. And then Tuskegee, things got away from them real quick. They couldn't stay with their game plan of running. Their rushing was fantastic. Just got away from them. But you can tell, like we talked about a minute ago, 2 programs on the up.
Yeah, 2 coaches definitely on the way up. Congratulations to Coach Rob right there, Eddie Robinson Jr. from Alabama State. Time for us to say so long. So for Jorge Vargas, our producer Brian Duvall, I am Butch Alcindor saying so long from Montgomery, where the final score is 41-3. Alabama State winning today in the Turkey Day Classic. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Some people just know that the best